There. I can't hold them. It's away!
Greetings! Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Rasta and Ash, episode 28.
I think so.
28. Because last time was 27.
Yeah.
So
right.
that makes this one 28.
I think so. And, like, he's done it again. He's got all nice clothes on.
I'm on Star Wars though. Check it out.
Sainsbury's bargain basement. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's
You know, I've got a hat on, so you ain't got to worry. Sorry, James, I'm still bold.
Right, so this little message has just...
Ooh, yeah, important.
This little message has just come up, right? John's found a new thing we can do.
Yep.
Right? So we run our monthly tournament. We just had it last weekend. And that's why this Rasta and Ash is going to be awesome, because we get to talk about it with actual game knowledge
Yeah,
stuff.
we get to talk about what
all the new
here.
ships
We
and all the
saw
new
it.
lists and all of that. Very exciting stuff. What, Kev was the most voted for option on the poll?
Oh, that was in the last poll. Right.
So we're going to put a poll up about our monthly tournaments, and we've been thinking about doing Saturday as hyperspace and Sunday as extended. Because traditionally we've just done extended.
We have, so, and although we love extended here, hyperspace is quite relevant at the minute with everyone going to hyperspace events, and I know that you can just play hyperspace in extended, it doesn't matter, but
having that playing field,
and I think maybe running two different lists and
it'd be cool.
So
yeah, so John's going to put up this. Right, this is should Saturday's tournament. Saturday does not have an apostrophe. We spent 20 minutes finding that out on the internet. Honestly, we did. Should Saturday's tournaments be extended or hyperspace? Now, all you got to do to comment on that, and then we get a bit of feedback from you lot, is either put extended or hyperspace in the chat, or 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So any of those things will register, and we'll get a bit of a feel.
Do they just put? Do they have to put vote?
No.
You just put 1 or 2.
1 or 2, or the words extended or hyperspace.
I believe.
He believes.
That's the plan. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we could just go back through the chat and count the numbers, because we've got John here to do that.
Hello, Mr. P. No, the X-Wing dogs were taken to London on Friday.
Oh, wow.
So that I've had this weekend without X-Wing dogs, and it was in preparation for SOS weekend, because I've got no one to look after me dogs.
Yeah,
so
I remember.
It would be better to take them a week early rather than try and drive to London on the Friday, come back to Nottingham, and then Milton Keynes twice, and then back to London, all in 4 days. I'm just going to be a broken Rasta.
Bad idea. Yeah.
Evening, Jamie. Evening. It's that guy with the name, innit? It's X-Wing selfie groupie.
Oh,
that's cool. What I'm calling you.
Yeah.
He's from Germany. X-Wing selfie groupie. Something like that.
He's gone hyperspace.
Evening, Cyrus.
Extended's kicked in as well.
Extended has a vote.
Somebody on YouTube did vote hyperspace, but I don't think YouTube will work.
Right, so
I don't know. It's starting to move.
If you, this is so exciting!
There we go.
We've got a Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Seridor. I like it.
Cool,
and Heimdall Ulf, which is clearly someone that's from the wrong sort of canon. You know, this is not Lord of the Rings, right? X-Wing Tavern Wars, blessed love. You were asking about Tavern Wars. He's an American viewer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
awesome.
One love.
Awesome.
Oh, Simran. Yeah, you are a Dark Lord, aren't you? You are.
The king.
He is.
So what are we
Phil's on.
What,
hey, Kai. No worries, Kai. I sent Kai. Kai is going to try and do some magic with his electrodes to my dial covers.
No, really?
Yes.
Ooh,
I sent him a big bag of dial covers. I was like, yeah, Kai, have a go.
And, right, so this week, episode 28 of Rasta and Ash, we're going to talk about the Weekend Warlords double tournament that we've just had yesterday.
Loads of tournaments to talk
about. So that was our 4th birthday double header.
It was awesome.
Proper party, loads of cake.
And if you didn't come, you missed out on the rum cake.
You missed out on
2
some crazy rum cake, yeah. Then we're going to talk about...
Schlur, which apparently is sparkling, non-alcoholic celebration drink.
Is that what
So good. I'm like, who thought of that?
Yeah.
It's just the
Great.
best. I learned something.
Well, I always get a bottle at Christmas and put it on the table for the kids, and then they think they're having wine, let them have it in wine glasses. They love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
When you're Italian, you just allow
Give
to
them
have,
wine.
Well, you have wine and the rest is lemonade. It's better.
Yeah. Not for Mikey.
Thank you, Laszlo, for your subscription. Yeah, guys, listen. I know we do this all the time about subscriptions and that, but this week we're giving away the invisible dial of doom.
Yes,
Let me hold it in front of you and see if it works. No?
No.
So we're giving away this awesome Boba Fett dial, which you can't see, and is mirrored. It's a mirrored Boba Fett dial.
It's really not.
Right? But you need to be a subscriber, so get subscribing. And then
We'll pick a subscriber.
Ash is using the awesome t-shirt as a pillow at the moment. And that is going to be for our next episode of Rasta and Ash. So you've got to be a subscriber to be in a chance to win these
This
things.
one's really special because it's got the stuff on the back. Yeah. So, wow. And it's got a Weekend Warlords on the sleeve as well. This one is tidy t-shirt. I want that. Big time.
Can you imagine if you had me growing out your armpit? Hi.
I feel like I have because I'm always stood at the side of you.
Hey, Doddy.
So, it's the same thing.
Thank you, Danger Man.
And not only are we going to talk about our
And
two
good morning
tournaments-
to whoever that is. Where is it?
God.
Good morning. Hanon. Tell me where you are.
Where are you, mate?
Johnny 6, evening, ladies.
We're also going to talk about Firestorm, Hyperspace.
Yep.
Vault 14, Hyperspace.
Yes.
So that's 4 tournaments.
At least, and of course now I can actually give you some like literate input about Wave 3.
Yeah,
it
'cause
is
you
Wave
played
3.
it, Wave 3.
I played Wave 3.
He's played Wave
there was
3.
loads of Wave 3 everywhere, as to be expected.
Yeah, it's even turned up at these hyperspaces.
You're welcome for those tokens.
People are starting to get a feel for the Jedis. We've even, although
And separatists.
on Sunday we had 1 separatist list in the room. Only 1, Jaguar.
Jaguar. Okay. Well, I think. Honestly, it's been a case of people have struggled to get hold of enough of the separatists.
Totally. Yeah.
Right, to make it work.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to get hold of. It was so. It's,
Well, the
it's less
Jedis are
numbers.
more. Yeah,
you
you
need
only
less
need
stuff.
3 ships, 2 ships in your case. You know, so California.
Oh, that's not fair. You've moved from sunny Ireland to freezing cold California.
horrible
How'd you
California.
cope? I bet you missed the sunny climes of Ireland, didn't you? the inclement dry weather that is when you think Ireland, you think, whoo, heat stroke.
Oh,
Gonna
God.
need to pack my sun cream.
A lot of tanned.
Yeah, a lot of really like low carb meals available
Whereas Cali,
and clear
whereas
drinks.
California, everybody's all
Meat
fully
and
wrapped
potato
up.
pie, scarves, hats. That's what I think of when I think
Snow.
of Venice Beach. I think of one of those cardboard cutouts of the ladies with the voluptuous lumps
Yeah,
where you put your head through. Clearly in California. Oh, I hate you so much. I'd proper love to be in California. If you ever want to give the Rasta, like, I'll sleep in the bath.
Yeah.
You totally missed the dry weather. I bet you do,
I
you
bet you
sod. I bet you do. And driving like a Kia Picanto. Now you've got like a Chevy 99 litre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you fill it all with petrol
Yeah.
and it's like that.
Yeah, and you go to a burger bar and some girl in a bikini roller skates out. Can I help?
That's straight 60s.
Yeah.
That ain't real no more.
People don't realise you can catch a ferry from Anglesey to California.
Yeah. Take 20 minutes.
So it's impossible to the route type is better. It's for Saturdays. We vote based on the answer. I didn't read that properly at all. I can usually get down to Warlords on Saturdays. Is it possible to rotate the hype? Yeah, of course it is. Look, do you know what? This is not really about Saturday. Let me broach the question. Should we do, if we do 2 tournaments a month, should one be extended, one hyperspace? So if you're voting for the hyperspace overall at the end, it will give us a bit of a feedback that we'll work that in. And maybe, like you said, we'll rotate it. We'll do one Saturday is hyperspace, Sunday is extended, and then the next month we'll swap it.
I like that, yeah. So we switch it each month.
Because
So
there
it goes
are
Saturday,
guys
Sunday,
that are locked
to
to certain days.
I like that. Yeah,
All right,
okay,
that
that's
sounds
cool.
fantastic.
Better.
Compulsory
better.
here in the States.
Yeah, they are compulsory pickups. Yeah.
Because you can get lots of bodies in them. bodies and bullets.
Lots of guns.
Yeah, because ammunition and gasoline's cheap. That's what I spend my change on. I love you lot. I want some ammo.
Right, I'm going to start with a first tournament because I've got to get the ball rolling. We're going to start with Vault 14 because we haven't got a lot of information about it. So I'm just going to skip through it quick before we get onto the real meat and potato.
It's
of
not
what
to
we
be
have got.
confused with Vault 1,
No.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or 13.
Or
This
15.
Or 15. It's a lot of vaults.
14.
It's a very secure location the tournament's held at.
And I've got big up Mark Rowley Hodgson, who gave me the information that I needed because I couldn't find it anywhere.
But because it's up north,
Yeah.
you know the valuables that they have in their vault.
Yeah.
It's just coal.
Just go.
Just coal. They dig it up from
valuable.
underground and then they put it in a vault underground.
Safest
Keep
place
it
for
safe.
it. So they had.
Sorry, I had doner meat and like all the
Done
fats of done me.
Yeah. They had 48 players. That's good. Hyperspace numbers are definitely rising.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they're starting to build up. We see. I mean, Element pulled in quite a few, didn't they?
It's still store champ numbers.
As opposed to regional.
As
numbers.
opposed to regional numbers.
Very true.
There's a bit. Any of you guys that have been in the circuit for a while, you must know the difference between a 40, 50 man event to a 120 man event, 140 man event. It's a different vibe, different atmosphere.
Yeah.
There's more of like a commitment to a weekend of fun.
Yeah, because you know that the cut's going to
Yeah,
he's going to
and
run
we're going to go
crazy.
out in the night, whereas these have more been locked into kind of a longer single day event. I think that's what is really shaking the format up a bit and maybe leaving people with a like, I'm not enjoying this as much as regionals.
Yeah.
Because they were just bigger, so a bigger party. It's like, you know, a big street carnival compared to
A
a party in a front room. Well, you can tell I was
Smaller
born in the
ones.
70s.
Yeah.
All dancing, round your auntie.
Yeah. Just keep changing the record.
Yeah. Same 3 records.
Yeah. And we'll go right.
Thank you, Ulrich.
Well, I've
Ulrich.
got bits. Okay, so I'm going to give you the top 8 from there, right? So it was Liz Martin, Lewis Witham, OJ, Peter Clifton,
Oh, nice.
Graham Saunders, Ashok Hemmings, so both Hemmings in there, nice one, boys. Scott Bryant was in second, and top of Swiss on 6-0, Sebatha. So I can also tell you.
What was
that
he? Was he running?
He was running
imps. He was
5
running imps, wasn't he?
Yeah.
TIE fighters.
TIE
5 TIE
fighters.
fighters.
Seb was running 5 Rebel Y-Wings.
What?
Yes, indeed.
Are you
Seb,
mad?
Supposedly,
Seb. What? Seb Brady running Y
He
wings.
borrowed them off someone. Scott was running a TIE Swarm. Mr. Bryan was running a TIE Swarm.
We don't
Ashok-
have a lot of information.
No.
about this
So I've
one.
not got a complete list, but I'll give you a rough idea.
Yeah.
So Ashok was running triple T70s or something Resistance AC based, I'm pretty sure. So was
triple
OJ.
Ts.
So was Lewis.
Right.
Lizzie was running 2 Jedis and an Ark.
Nice.
And Graham was running Han and Luke. Awesome. And then Peter was running UYBX Salad.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
the vitamins.
all the vitamins. And that was it. That was your top 8. And it went to the top 4 was OJ versus Lewis and Seb versus Graham. Then it went to OJ versus Graham. And I believe OJ did the win. Well done, OJ.
Good one.
Congratulations, mate. So that was the first hyperspace. I know there's not a lot of information about that. It's because we ain't got access to it all.
No, there
Whereas
was
the other events.
the other
got
events.
loads of
We've got all the
stuff.
TTT software, so we can pull up the actual lists. We can show you the faction breakdown. We love the faction breakdown.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favourite things about the information we have is faction breakdown. And you know that R1, we do have weird little like month-long metas in
Yeah,
this shop.
totally.
So
Yeah,
last month, you know that we were invaded by like 64 million Skirg bombers.
Yeah, all of
Right?
a sudden they were like,
There
"Ah."
was 2 all weekend,
Yeah.
and it was Steve Theobald.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I think they were about it. Yeah. Oh, so Mr. Lane plays up there. Oh, Ben, wicked.
Yeah, but we don't want you doing your twosies in our toilet, thank you, Mr. Ben Lane, because we've smelt them.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to Weatherspoons and have a twosie over there. Thanks very much.
Exactamundo.
Okay, this is not the United Nation of free twosies.
No poos.
Only war.
Only war.
Right.
Then we'll move on. Shall we do Firestorm?
Let's do Firestorm.
Let's do Firestorm.
And hold on.
Hyperspace.
John,
Yeah.
watch this. Director, run VT. Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. And
Rubbish.
It's coming. Yay! He did it. This was really bugging him earlier, making this work.
Was it?
So it just kept flipping out and doing stuff.
Very good.
So go for it. Faction breakdown. Look at that.
Yeah,
difference.
minimal
Wow.
first order, minimal
What's
separatist.
interesting though, look, we've got 2 new factions in there now.
Yes, yeah. I love that we've got 7 factions. It's amazing.
Oh, so do I.
I think it's
The
brilliant.
variants
Yeah.
and lists you're playing against.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Certainly in extended anyway.
Yes. So we've got First Order Separatists. Both look very minimal. Scum and Villainy after that. Then we're going Resistance,
And
Empire, Galactic Republic look about the same.
Yeah.
And then a big old fat chunk of Rebels, which I just love. Are you guys going to Star Wars Celebration?
If you send us tickets
mate.
and hotel,
Don't even.
don't. He goes all the time. You've been a lot.
I go to the UK one, yeah. I always go to Celebration Europe every time it's on, but I can't ever go to America.
Guys, we're sad.
Chicago, innit? This
We're
year?
sad.
Can't go. I should be
Cheer
watching
bits.
every
Yeah, cheer us. Cheer the bits.
Send me to Chicago with
You
VIP
do know
ticket.
that through Twitch you can actually send us cash.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, just
I don't even want
PayPal,
cash. I just
boom.
want celebration tickets. That's all I want.
And I want flights and a hotel.
Oh, what that as well.
And I want
yeah.
one of those
course.
pickups because apparently you
Yeah,
have to have.
yeah.
I want a pickup full of ammo, right?
And a gun.
No, I'm all right. I just want the ammo.
I don't need a gun.
No, you can't. Surely I'm not going to get in trouble if I go. I've got a lot of ammo. I ain't got nothing to use.
Throwing bullets at people out of the car.
Chucking it.
I like, mate.
That's how it works, doesn't it? With bullets, just chuck them.
Chuck 'em hard enough, it's got killed.
I'm very excited for some of the announcements and stuff we're going to be seeing coming up at Celebration.
Yeah, I totally think that
I've already
the
go on.
wave of stuff that that FFG are talking about, like for X-Wing, I think the announcement is coming at Celebration, and I truly think that it is all going to be about the Resistance cartoon.
Right. Okay.
I think that's what it's going to be. So it's
Right,
going to be a big
okay.
chunk of First Order
But
and a big chunk of Resistance.
And we're also going to see a teaser trailer for Episode 9.
And therefore we can
And
get
then
the vehicles for
we're
that.
going to start seeing, because I've got like a big Lego fetish now. It was Pops.
You know,
It's
gone
escalated
Lego.
into the expensive one now, and it's Lego. And I keep popping in at the big toy stores to see. The Americans tend to get it a little bit quicker than we do in Europe, but there's starting to be new Lego releases, and there's like a red General Varong's TIE Interceptor, which is slightly different. That's going to be in the new film. There's also this weird
Well, no,
thing.
that's from the Resistance
Oh, is that?
cartoon. Yeah.
There's this weird thing. Is the Resistance got Poe and all that? in it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
It's
then
all
there's
from
this.
that. Yeah,
there's
yeah.
this tie which looks like a striker,
Yeah.
but the wings are joined at the
Yeah,
front.
that's right. Yeah.
Right.
So not only that, there's a lot of the ships look like they're bastardised from other ships. So do you know, like the Fuglies and stuff like that we saw that Freya had made that one time? There's loads of that. So.
The numbers on the stream are our viewers, our live viewers at the moment.
Yeah, in top corner.
Yeah, it's our viewers. We did that when I streamed my little modelling session the other week, and I adored it. I went home and watched my viewer count for hours. I was well impressed. It was riveting.
So yeah, the Resistance is ace.
I still haven't
yes.
seen it, you know.
So I watched another 2 episodes today.
Is anything available on Duvda?
Not yet. It will be soon.
Right,
Yeah, don't
okay,
worry.
'cause you know I'm
yeah,
like-
I'll get it. It's okay. It's getting better. But the ships in it are wicked. So it's very slapstick, I must admit. But you know, it's alright.
Yeah, but is this one? Would you say
Yeah.
this one is like a kid's cartoon?
Yes.
And that's all right.
Oh, totally.
That's
yeah,
all right.
I watch it. I'm going to sit down and watch it. I haven't got a problem with that. But do you know how Rebels started? And season 1 of Rebels was so much more.
Doddy, I love you. Do that.
Yeah, do that. But Rebels at the start was a little bit like, not quite great. And then it got amazing. Hopefully Resistance is going to do the same.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you remember? You know, Simeon said this to me the other day. We were meant to get Ephra's ship. Ephri. Afros.
Dr. Afro.
Dr. Afro ship, right? It was Dr. Afro, right?
Dr. Afro.
He
yeah.
was a DJ
Afro.
in
Go.
space.
It's girl. It's
Alderaan.
Dr. Afro is basically
I never
Indiana
read that
Jones.
comic. Right. We were
But
meant
ship.
that ship was meant to come out at the end of 1.0, and it was meant to be the first crossover ship, which had 1.0 and 2.0 stuff, and they cancelled it, and we
you
got
got Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera instead. So I would like to see some more of the characters
See,
like that.
Afra's action figure was so every year when they do the action figures, they do a people's vote to see which character should be made into an action figure, and Afra was won by a landslide, so that's why her action figure exists.
Right,
She,
okay,
absolutely
okay.
massive character.
Okay.
Like.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. I mean, look, you know, I'm sure you've all seen Rebels. I adore Rebels, and season 1 was great, but season 2 was so much better.
3 and 4.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember the end of season 2?
Yeah.
Like, even my Scarlet, and Scarlet was like 10,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh my God, Dad."
Yeah.
That double episode where she was like grabbing me, going,
Yeah,
"Look."
yeah.
So I'm sure season 1's always about a bit of character establishment, isn't it?
Yeah,
Not that I've seen it.
When Poe comes into it, he's good. I think he's part of the saving grace of the show. But the main character, he's alright. It's very slapstick, like very. But there's good characters in there as well, so it'll be alright. And the ships are wicked because they're all like racers.
Right.
So it's like a mixture of pod racing and X-wings.
I'll tell you what I've noticed since the new wave's been released. I rewatched Revenge of the Sith the other day. I had the boys over, and I've got out the prequels, and I'm not a big fan of the prequels on any level. They're cool, it's Star Wars. I don't ever want them not to exist.
No, that's
but they're
right.
not my favourite things. But certainly watching the prequels, forget the first one because it's definitely not my favourite. But the second and the third one, where you've got the Jedis and there's lots of space battles and all of that happens, and the clones, it was so exciting. Those bits were suddenly like, I want to get those on the table now. I want to do this.
I remember being at the cinema watching Revenge of the Sith on release day when the film starts and Anakin and Obi are both in the Jedi Starfighter spinning. Oh,
Why do you think I ran Annie Obi yesterday?
Yeah, that bit in the cinema was insane.
This is like a seriously can't buy it limited edition.
No, it's not got the trifle on the back.
No, but this is
a legit original bought from a prop store.
because he, like yesterday, I gave him grief about having a cool hat, and I was like, why haven't I got a cool hat?
I bought this originally when it was first released. I believe this is second wave of Star Wars Adidas when they did it. But mine only looks in half decent condition because I don't wear it, so it just sits in the cupboard.
So beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
so
so
it's
jealous
it's
of
in
you.
good nick.
Seriously, I would let you butter me like toast.
Do you know what's even worse? I got it on sale.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
He brought me his phone and went, which one of these hats do you like? And I was like, I don't want that. I love you. I was just pulling you. I was just winding you up. I want his jacket.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't buy that.
So he didn't want the hat, so I bought another one for myself.
Did you?
Yeah, I got the Chewbacca.
Did you have a bit of retail therapy?
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Episode 1, Duel of Fates, appearance of Aura Singh. I think there's loads of good stuff in
I love the
Phantom
bit
Menace.
where Qui-Gon sticks his lightsaber in the door.
Yeah,
and then they
starts
close
to
the
melt,
shutters,
and then
he just puts it in the centre, and the music raises, and it's like the first time I'd heard that music for 20 odd years. And I remember the goosebumps being like golf balls when I saw it the first time. There are some great bits, but
there's some really great bits.
It's just so much Jar Jar. That's the problem with episode 1. It's just the Jar Jar show. It does me nothing. I'm sure you are, but Misa can't do that voice at beach time, Micha.
I watched it the other day and I just thought, why? Like, do you know when they were in editing? They were like, I think we need more of this character. He's really good.
On YouTube.
And surely someone was sat in the back going, he's not, he's not good at all.
In YouTube, there's a cut of the 3 films all put into one, and basically it's the 3 films, but just with any content of Jar Jar saying words, it's gone. And it's like, he ain't been gentle, he's just gone, cut, I don't care, get him out of it. We don't need him.
It's great.
I don't mind Jar Jar as a character if he was like in something like a cartoon. I just don't think he should have been like a lead story driving character
Yeah.
in the films. You didn't need it. You got the droids for cutesy
Yeah,
toys.
no,
Liz.
it was all Lucas. Yeah. He was convinced that kids were going, and you knew this by the fact that with the release, because I'm big into memorabilia for all the films as well, and there's a ton, especially on release day for Phantom Menace. There was Jar Jar stuff everywhere, like absolutely everywhere. Jar Jar, it was everywhere because he thought that was going to be the big.
Yeah,
you know, that was how he was talking.
do you know,
to the kids
as
again, 'cause
much
he
as
knew he had us adults going to the cinema.
You can't get it at all now.
Do you know,
No,
as
it's
much
all
as
quite
it's
rare.
hated, so like I collect pops. I got all the Star Wars pops. There's one pop I ain't got. It's Jar Jar, and I remember when I got into pops, seeing Jar Jar. I go in the
going,
shop. I don't want Jar Jar.
Yeah.
I don't want Jar Jar. Suddenly, it's one of the most valuable pops you can buy.
Me and John often troll eBay trying to buy Jar Jar merchandise all the time
It's
because
so hard to buy.
I've got loads. I've got mugs. I've got like all sorts of stuff. I know. I think he's great. Yeah.
Should we go back to Fast on?
Yeah, sorry.
let's
No,
talk about
but we're talking about Star Wars. And you know, overriding the one thing we share, regardless of X-Wing, is we love Star Wars.
Yes,
it's our
totally.
lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It really is. I mean, I'm
so we got
devote a lot of time to
60
Star
players,
Wars.
60
Yeah.
players, which is really nice to see. And then those of you that have ever been to Firestorm Games in Cardiff, or not been, sorry, I highly recommend you to go. I haven't been for a few years, but when we did go, it was bloody awesome.
a lot of the guys from Firestorm are wicked.
Oh yeah, but you know, so's their venue, the
Yeah.
people that organise it, the owners of the place,
Yeah.
and of course the local players make the venue. But it was awesome, so I can't recommend it enough for you guys to get down there. I do believe it has a bar, which is nice for the evening. Nice hot meal and a pint after you finish playing. It's lovely, isn't it?
Do they do Kraken?
Well, let's hope so. If not, we've got
take
some in
our
the
own,
fridge.
so it don't matter. Whee!
So getting up to
Oh, look, Phil made the Swiss.
yeah,
Good
Phil
lad.
did really, really well.
Right.
So getting up to the top 8. So we have got Martin Shivers, who
Yep.
was
8th in
Swiss
Swiss.
ranked 8th. Philip Pond, who was Swiss
7th in
yeah.
Swiss.
Paul Westwood,
Yeah.
6th in Swiss. Toby Harris, who was 4th in Swiss overall.
Yeah.
Gavin Kirby. Hello, Gavin. Say hello to Chrissy. It's Wonder Woman. She's awesome. 5th in Swiss. The awesome legendary Phil GC. Running Boba Guri. Respect, rude boy. You got your
back.
girlfriend and your boyfriend. I'm not questioning what your agenda is there.
Yeah, it's all
Equal
good.
opportunity employer. As long as we don't mention helicopters.
Don't mention them.
I like helicopters.
Yeah, me too.
Alex Burt.
Yeah.
Swiss rank 2nd. Do love Alex. Alex is basically George from Rainbow.
Yeah.
Do you know?
He is super smiler.
He's
Yeah.
so smiley and happy,
He is,
and you want to
yeah.
cuddle him.
Yeah.
And Julian Hood, who overall would appear he's won it all, right?
He's won it all.
Yep.
He's 3rd in Swiss and won the lot.
So let's have some lists. Let's go. Shall we do?
Let's start.
Let's do all 8. Let's do all 8. We can
Go on
have a
then,
quick
clicks
view.
on.
Boom.
So, Mr. Shivers, it's
So
one of the
Martin
best
Shivers-
X-Wing players in the world.
He is also one of the nicest people to play X-Wing against. I've played Martin twice, and every time we've had an awesome game together. So
He's so good.
this
player.
is very, very much one of the sort of lists he likes. I've played him twice now with Imperial Swarms, and we've got a Basic Academy pilot,
Yep.
Gideon Hask. Is that Inferno Squadron? That
It is
isn't
indeed.
Scourge, Skutu. Scourge is very good. Mauler Miffle, so they're both from the films.
Yeah.
Iden Versio and Howrunner. So we've got
Iden and Gideon, 2 of the Infernos, and then he's got Howrunner and Morlor.
So you've got some real heavy hitting ties.
Yeah.
And does Gideon is the one that lets them re-roll shooting or
I believe
or
so.
re-roll something.
Yes.
Don't worry, the
yeah.
chat will correct me in a second.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. What does Gideon do, everyone?
Yeah.
Because I've forgotten.
And then we go to Mr. Pond.
Mr. Pond. Oh, Phil, well done.
Yeah, well
man.
made up.
Big up, Phil.
Oh, no, Phil. Boo.
My ribs are not better. Stop it. Oh, so here we have a very unique, unseen list. And this is 5 Y-Wings. Surprisingly, I would never have thought of doing this. 4 have got veteran turret gunner and ion cannons. And the 5th one has just got an ion cannon turret. Phil, no Asajj,
Yeah.
no Ketsu.
Yeah, man.
Man, you forgot where you come from, bruv. What's going on? Wagwan, we do. Eh?
Why this?
Why that? Who do that apart from Sebafi?
But Seb's been
And
running
Seb's
it.
allowed
Yeah,
because
Seb's been running
he
it
put in
forever.
4 years when they were rubbish.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know
That's
what I mean?
his ship.
He's allowed.
Yeah.
You said ship.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And moving on.
Moving on. So come on, back. Oh, there you are. You there?
I've lost my card.
You're over on my
Internet,
side.
you're really slow, you know. No one's
I
told
think
me
the
what
chat's
Gideon
booted,
has.
John. I think the chat's not working on this one, that's why. That's all it is, George.
First person to tell me what Gideon Hass
So is
does
this the next one up?
can
Look.
have a Skug card promo.
Yeah, there you go. Look.
That'll get 'em moving.
Yeah, Gideon. Gideon is rolling extra dice if defender is damaged. There you go.
And that goes to you, my brethren.
Well done.
I'll keep that, give it to you at System Open. Or I'll forget.
Paul Westwood. And look what he's running. I didn't think he changed the list.
What? Have you switched player?
Yeah, because the iron cannon's at the top.
Ah, see, now this is a unique list. Unlike Phil's, that had 4 with veteran turret gunner
See-
and then a Y-wing with ion cannon. This one's got a Y-wing with ion cannon, then 4 with veteran turret gunner.
Very
I love
different.
the originality in those 2 lists.
Toby Harris is.
Oh, this looks good,
Go,
though.
look, we've got some
One.
separatists making a cut.
Separatist drones.
So we've got Vulture,
And a tea leaf outlaw autopilot belly rub.
Belly rub. He's got Kraken on there.
He's
Very
got Kraken on there. Yeah, that's just a lot of ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships. Nice. All with torps. Kraken's really action efficient. I've been looking at Vulture Droid Swarm with a belly rub as well. It does seem quite a nice thing to do. Not that I own any of the
Like
models
we were
yet.
saying, I think the reason that maybe we're not seeing so much of this is because people haven't got it. And that is the reason. I think they just.
I love the models.
It's not available.
I love the models. The faction is not like the exciting one for me, but the models themselves, the belly rub and the actual droid fighters. I know the droid fighters are a bit bigger than they should be, but that's okay. It's a game that we use our imagination, and we need gaming pieces that are not
Yeah. You can't have
like
something,
too
you
hard to
can't make it
see.
too small.
But they're just such a beautiful, beautiful set of models.
So that was Tobear up to Gavin Kerber.
We've got some Rebel Soup.
Yeah, we love it.
We got Cassian, which is the new hotness because
Cassian and
combined
Leia.
with Leia, it's ridiculous. Braylon, another in the B wing.
Don't
We're
need
seeing
no-
a lot of B wings popping up now. I really like that.
Yep.
Wedge in the T65 with Swarm,
Yep.
and then Dutch with Ion Cannon, veteran turret gunner. There's going to be a lot of double action shenanigans here, a lot of Swarm tactics going on. It's Rebel Soup. What do you want me to say? One
Yep.
forward, one bank, dead.
Yeah. All that shooting at you, horrible.
Leia, K-turn,
Really
one
good.
forward, dead. I'm glad the droids are out of scale. They'd be a nightmare to light otherwise. They would. Okay, I want the eyes lit. Right, forget the engines. I want lit up eyes on the droids.
Mr. GC's list, as you know, is look what?
Yeah. What?
No
Guri
Bobber?
Fen? I thought it was Guri Bobber. Shut the door.
No, that.
That is right. Holy
And he went top of Swiss.
Oh, what the 100
Two
bags of...
aces. Wow,
beans.
Phil, that's amazing.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
Wow, you really wanted the bid, didn't you?
Jesus.
That's wanting the bid, that is. But you know what? I can take a 0 thing away from you for getting that far with that. Like Philip Gresham Cook, if you're watching,
Top of Swiss.
Rasta sends that, because that, the only reason you did what you did was your ability to be a bad boy fighter pilot. So R to the E to the S to the P to the ECT, respect. Yeah, touch me. I didn't even practice that freestyle.
He says he was out there half hour before the show
I
started.
wasn't. I was eating potatoes and doner meat. Yeah, it was very good. Very greasy, so I didn't have to chew.
Let's see if anyone else takes that list.
That is a crazy scum list,
Yeah.
and I'm inspired. I'm going to fly that on stream maybe Tuesday night.
Oh, here we go. Look, it's the A-Wings. Crack shot, heroic, advanced optics, all on greens. Love it.
Hold on. I was at twos?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got optics.
Hmm.
That's really interesting. Now, I've run 5 A-Wings a lot.
But you didn't run it since the change.
No, I mean, because there's so much stuff to fly, and I get so little time now that I keep changing every 10 minutes. But I loved the 5 A-wings, and there was only one generic, and the rest were all characters. But that's really interesting. Advanced optics is really, really good on A-wings. I don't think it's as good on anything else, but with those 2 dice primaries, with that focus and that agility and that rear arc and etc., it just turns into 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
And when you can consistently hit with everything, your opponent's dice, there is less paint on a green dice than a red dice. And if you're hitting with all your red all the time, your opponent's gonna fail some of his greens.
Yeah.
And it's just damage, consistent punching through damage.
Yeah.
And the
All of them
A-wing
coming
that
at
you
you.
like target, he's gone.
Yeah.
Next turn, he's on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Shooting you out of the bum. Drive by. Two-pack style.
Well, they are RZ2s though, aren't they?
So Alex,
yeah.
Alex Cuddly Burt, respect, man.
Amazing.
So much respect. I'm really happy those 2 lists are there. That's really
and
made
let's see
my
what
day.
Julian won it with. Well, there we go.
Oh, respect.
Yeah,
Anakin
amazing.
Skywalker, Delta 7 with an R2 regen astromech. Ahsoka with Delta 7 with an R2 astromech. And 2 gold squadrons. What's the total points on that?
198.
198. See, I'm not going to tell you, but I got a very similar list. I was talking to Ash about it. I was like, I think I found this list. I've discovered this list. It's not that. I got 1 ship less, but it's very similar.
It's a bit like it.
Oh, I haven't got 1 ship less. I've got 1 ship that's different. And
right.
some different builds. But that's very interesting.
It's got a taste of yours.
And really nice that new stuff has made it to the top.
Yeah, that's just one of hyperspace.
That's really, really.
I told you Jedi's
happy,
are good, mate. I think that once people start getting their hands on the Republic, it's going to be huge. I really think it's going to come good. Like, it's scary. Because even on paper, when I was reading it, I was like, this is crazy. Some of the stuff it can do. I know at the minute it tends to be...
I love the model as well, Tavern was. That was the single ship I was most excited about in Wave 3. Was the Torrent.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite ships.
Yeah. It's
ever.
so Star Wars.
Oh, it's so Star... It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So that was...
Firestorm.
Firestorm. Well done, Julian. Coming to Worlds with us, I hope. We're going to get the big UK Barmy Army and we're going to go and mush them up good. Or just cuddle them and have fun and eat food together in the evening. Whichever one, I'm happy. As long as all you lot from California come and bring me that special medicine. Because I'm so hurty. I need medicine.
He's still poorly, isn't it?
I'm so poorly.
He's doing...
I was doing my crime fighting.
He was doing crime fighting. It was like an episode of Tangled. He like got his dress...
lassoed the baddies. But I put so much effort into it, I broke my body. So that was Firestorm. Let's break it up by giving some stuff away.
Oh yeah.
Let's do some giveaways. Let's do the dial. They've been waiting a month. Let's do the dial.
Yeah.
So Ash, have you got a random number generator, please, young man?
I think you want
63.
That's the number of subscribers that we have when I printed it out.
Oh, yeah, but ain't someone else subscribed since we've done this?
We'll do 64 then. Make it 64.
Okay, let's do 64.
Oh, exciting.
It's going to be really bad if it picks
I was
64,
looking for the random number generator.
Let's hope it picks like number... Hold on, what number am I? 1, 2, 3. Oh, number 5 would be nice.
Well, number 8.
Oh, so close! Number 8. Let's read down the list. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Harvarden! Harvarden. Who's Harvarden?
Yeah,
I know who Harvarden is.
We do know him, yes.
But I've forgotten.
I've played you before many times. Come for dinner with us. Well done.
You just got that, dude. Yeah. Right? So get
the
in
original,
touch.
the prototype.
The one with the aerial that no one else has got. Even I ain't got one of those. I did have. So that's coming to you, Harvarden. Message us with an address, yada, yada, yada.
I bet you'll be at System Open.
Come to, let us know if you're going System Open. We'll bring it with us. Or pop into the shop. It's always the best way to pick up stuff. Unless you live in America, but it's still a good reason to say I need to go to Loughborough.
I've got to go. Yeah, I've got to fly to the middle of England.
I've got to pick up a promo card I won.
Yeah.
It's really
Rasta's
valuable.
signed it. I've got to go.
Yeah, hey Marcus, we'll be talking about you in a minute. Wow, wow, and we thought the other guy's name was hard to say.
Ryuka, or no, I ain't even attempting.
Ryan Niagara Falls Taekwondo, something like that. That's what I see.
We just got some bits.
We've got some bits.
Hey,
Good.
thank you for any bits. And remember, in the background, there is a poll running as to whether we should do one of the days of our 2-day tournament. One as extended, one as hyperspace. If you'd like to see hyperspace added, put hyperspace. If you'd prefer it to stay extended, put extended, or vote 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It'd be worth mentioning people subscribe for next.
Yeah, and if you have just joined us, please subscribe on Twitch because we're doing this awesome T-shirt.
Yes. So for the subscribers, important news, a la Rasta and Ash. I know we.
Yeah, we're going to French.
Yeah.
We're not using English anymore.
Yeah,
Bonjour tout le monde.
We are going to monthly. So we are changing from fortnightly to monthly. Simple reason is we're going to run after the Weekend Warlords tournament each time. So we've got a little bit to talk about with that. And we've just had a big get together and we get a lot of information. Plus we can put some more stuff together for you. And it also frees up more time for us to do some other content, which George will be taking
I'll tell you about in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
But it gives him a bit more time to actually play games.
Yes, which is an issue at the minute because I'm not playing a lot.
Right.
I have played 2 games in 8 weeks. So, yeah.
So Rasta and Ash, as of next month, you won't see Rasta and Ash in a little pair unless maybe get a system open and Ash gets the day off work. But other than that, you won't see us for a month. We'll be back next month. Next Monday, nothing. There's going to be some videos put up. There's going to be some Rasta Maze painting put out to the public. There's going to be an airbrush video and another video. And I'm going to be at home on Twitch talking to you. But I won't be able to be here filming. Because I've got to go to London, I've got to pick up Scarlett, I've got to get yada yada yada. Life's a nightmare. But after that, every Monday that I'm not doing Rasta and Ash, I will be doing a 2-hour live painting, modelling stream every Monday, and that will be open to the world.
Yes.
Right? I'd like you all in, learn some stuff. We're going to do it avec this awesome guy that does these blacksmithing videos where I'm going to start a project and work it from the beginning to the end. Okay. And if that takes me 4 episodes or 5 episodes, or maybe I do some insane, like, do you know what? I'm going to build another Thunderbird Ghost and it takes me 12 episodes, you're going to see the real full-length process. And we get to have a great time together like we did on the last episode. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's up there for everyone to watch.
Yeah, it's
people
actually
interact.
available on YouTube, right?
We do a lot of talking. It's just like this, a nice, comfortable environment where we can talk and we can learn stuff together. And I love teaching and helping people. And it's the best way, really, to get across what I do rather than the lockdown videos. It's much more like doing a tutorial. And it's all about our hobby, yeah? I know lots of you play lots of games, and a lot of what I do is transferable into those different formats. So that's the change that's coming. Let's what did we as well? We gave away the layer patch. Let's do that.
Oh yeah. I had a question for you last week. So with the release of Wave 3, I asked you how many Sith infiltrators could you fit in a list. I've got more.
We've got a layer patch.
Yeah.
You remember?
There's one in that bag.
Let's get a layer patch for you.
So I asked you how many Sith infiltrators can you fit into a list, and I will pick one of these guys. John's just figuring that out.
Yeah, because he's like, oh yeah, because when we get here, this is how old we are. We got here and we all go, what did we give away last time? I don't know. What was the question?
What were we doing?
What are we giving away next week? What are we giving away this week? And it all happens crazily quick.
Yeah. And then I see a balloon or something, and I forget again.
At the corner of my eye, I could see John going,
27.
27, right, okay.
Right, here we go. Like to see the Thunderbird.
Number
process.
14, John.
Take me a while to count that.
He's got to take his shoe off.
It's not 13 or 15, it's the one in the middle of those two.
It's 14.
Look, he's actually counting with his lips and everything.
Corporal Hicks.
Oh, it's Corporal Hicks.
Corporal Hicks!
He was on, talking to us on stream the other day.
Awesome.
Well done,
you
mate.
just won that, bro. Get in touch. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Look, it's
Oh, he's there. Hey, Jesus, how did I not see that? Oh, you were born in 1986, boy.
Yeah. Well done, mate.
Youngo.
Well, 86. That's all right. He's younger than me.
Oh, he's younger.
Yeah. Send us
How
an
old are
address,
you
we'll
again?
ship it out to you.
45 now? 44?
What, me?
Yeah.
144.
It's really pretty.
It is. It's
Why
so
don't
good.
every woman on earth look like that?
Look like
Just like that. Never age, never change your hair or the outfit.
Wouldn't be white.
Just a different one. You know, like 7 white outfits and 7 sets of head buns.
Yeah.
Right? And 7 sassy little attitudes. 1 for each day of the week. I want that in my life. If there are any Princess Leia lookalikes out there,
Yeah.
hi.
This
I'm
is
a
George.
really good cook.
So yeah, congratulations for winning the patch, Corporal Hicks. Well done,
Right,
mate.
and what we'll
Silence
do
for the win.
is I'll show you what we're giving away for next month, as well as the T-shirt. Right, so we got the big bum bum T-shirt, and
So that's subscriber.
we'll get something else big and bum for next month. I'll sort something. I might have a nice ship or something.
Yeah.
But this is just our answer our silly question prize. So latest tournament kit contents. So you'd have to like win a couple of tournaments to get this. Death Rain promo, Skug promo, Black Squadron veteran. I'll show you these in a sec because I didn't know this, and Ash was amazing to show me this. These they make up a single picture.
They all stick together. Look.
Look at that. It's
cool.
properly a picture, all one next to
Which
each
if
other.
you flick one round, it's got the picture on there. Look. Ba-bow.
Wow, look at that. That is the coolest thing
Yeah,
I think
that
they've
FFG
done.
have ever done.
Well
Yeah,
done. You
it's
actually
sick.
thought about that.
And then they've got the 2 upgrade cards that they're giving away as well.
Crackshot and Dead Man Switch. So you've
Nice.
got 5 beautiful promos there. And we'll think of a question. as
These are
time goes
my
on.
promos for TO in on Sunday.
What
'cause I
we'll
was actually
do,
here.
I think John's already got a question, right? Right, but don't say it. You have got it, yeah?
I think I'm
Okay, cool. Right,
It's
what-
some
what
of the
we'll
bad
do-
computers, John. It's rubbish.
Yeah, ask a very personal question about like one of your aunties or something. So then they'll just have to guess. But we won't say now because every time we say before the end of the show, all of you naughty people just put the answer up straight away.
That's very
and it's
true.
very
and just
bad.
get it all wrong.
And get it all wrong and
Yeah.
spoil it for everyone else.
Yeah,
And not
Millennium
let anyone
Falcon,
play.
You don't know nothing.
You millennials. Right, so shall we have a look at our tournament? Because I'm quite excited.
So, I'm going to let George tell you all about Saturday for the one reason is
weren't here.
I weren't here.
He's not in no more.
I'm not here no more. But I did
Well,
watch.
you can do that bit
I watched a little bit of it online.
because I need to wet my whistle.
did talk to some of the lads in the chat.
Did you?
Yeah, when I got home from work. So Galactic Empire was the main chunk of the room. Look at that, it's massive.
I was running it.
First Order outnumbered Separatist. Wow. Resistance quite
No,
low.
it doesn't. That's First Order.
No, sorry, Separatist outnumbered First Order.
Yeah, but First Order did really well Sunday. It's weird.
Galactic Republic more than the Resistance. Rebels and Scum.
Definitely more rebels,
More
but
rebels.
definitely the Galactic Empire was a thing. So
The
last
Empire's
month,
got a bit of a meta.
last month, I don't know what happened. We all had some sort of weird cosmic coming together where everyone decided to bring Skirks. Nothing was discussed. There was not suddenly a lot of practice of Skirks happening,
But
they all
here.
turned up.
Yeah.
This month, what happened Saturday? This is a prototype chassis that there's only meant to be a couple of. There was like 67,000 TIE Phantoms in the room. They were everywhere.
They were all kept. He brought a big chunk.
He did, and that bloody Italian.
Yeah.
There was a good few quad Phantom lists.
Yeah, and then there's
There was
the dual
double Phantoms,
single Phantom.
single Phantoms, and like the people that I'm going to defend myself a bit here because I was one of those
You
running
had
a
one.
single Phantom,
Yeah.
purely because I stole it off the Phantom himself, Simeon, who just loves Phantoms and was running it forever before this quad Phantom was ever a business. He loves that list. I wanted to have a go. He said I'd enjoy it. I bloody did enjoy it. I came second with it. That's how
Yeah,
much
you
I
did.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, you did well.
Such a fun list to fly. So, shall we get into...
Show us the... Here we go.
How many did we have, first of all?
29.
We had 29. So our numbers were down a little bit this weekend, even though it was our birthday, because of System Open.
2 hyperspaces as well.
2 hyperspaces and a System Open, and a lot of people were trying to score wife points.
Yes.
And they
that makes sense, because you're going to be awake
for the whole
weekend.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
right. So let's go up.
And
to...
I'm guessing you've had to pay for hotels and the rest of it, and, you know...
Let's have a look at
cheap.
top 8 if we can. Jag, Mark Ward, Josh Thompson. Here we go.
Here
Rob Warren.
Go. Rob Warren. Let's have a look, John. Show us the stuff. Scum and Villainaire.
It's like we got a controller. I like it.
Yeah, I ain't even got
Instead
a
of like Thomas and the Tank Engine, where you got the fat controller, we got the ugly controller.
Yeah, but we got a hideous controller.
The hideous controller. Oh, it's karma. Karma's a beep. I'll tell you.
So we got Barber, Perceptive Co-Pilot, Proton Bomb, Slave One, Trick Shots,
Eamon,
Azamin. So double fire sprays, Andrasti, Proton Bombs, Procs, Trick Shot.
And Rasta.
Yeah, that I know.
It's just him have a Rasta in the cockpit.
And L3.
That's why he won with it.
Yeah, well,
because he had Rasta with
it. Because he
it.
got Rasta there.
And Rasta.
Yeah, and Rasta.
Eamon and Rasta. Right. I know this. Rob's a great guy for a start. Don't jump off this list yet.
No, it's really good.
This is really interesting, right? And I know Alex played him with this list, and so before you get to a table and you 1.0, you see 2 fire sprays and you go, oh, look at this special little snowflake. Yeah. Is his name Phil GC? He clearly doesn't want to win really more than one game today. Yeah. He must love Boba Fett. Yeah. It's not the case anymore. Fire sprays are legit pieces of kit now. The basic bounty hunter for the price point it comes in at, and even these ones where you've got Boba, Eamon, and they're pretty tooled, but they're still a pretty cheap ship, 100-point ship.
Yeah, for what they can
they can carry. Eamon is a nightmare. In a world of TIE Phantoms, the ability to plop a proximity mine wherever you want pretty much is huge and makes their days quite complicated. And there's no getting away from have a damage roll to... Oh, was that 3 damage? And I'll just PS kill you before you shoot. Really good. You've got proton bombs in there. You've got 2 lots of proton bombs, for God's sake. Leet's massive. Trick shot on both of them. Trick shot's really big for fire sprays. Phil was talking a little bit about this, and Phil will testify. People underestimate the rear arc. They seem to think, just turn away. You don't need to, when you get to that engage where you're going to have that big crunch, just turn away.
And have it all out the back.
And just chase. Get away, get space, turn back round, come back. The back arc is just as powerful as the front arc. There's no reason to be forcing that engagement, getting blocked, not having actions and dying very quickly. This has got great board control when it turns. You don't want to be chasing this list. Very clever. Looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, 10 out of 10, Rob, for doing as well as you did and for bringing such an awesome list.
Cool, we like that.
I really approve of that.
We like that. Mr. Marsden.
Mr. Marsden, one of the LSD team.
And also... There ain't no LSD in that team.
Might have been in the 60s.
So Tim is also one of our veterans and he's an amazing player. And he's bought the Swarm.
Isn't that funny? That is very similar to the list we just saw Martin Chivers running at the Hyperspace.
But one part instead...
He's got Del Miko.
Yeah.
Instead of Skurg and what Backstabber or whatever it was.
Yeah,
he's got Wampa and Del Miko.
Yeah, he's got Howl Runner. Yeah,
so that's one.
Yeah, he's
2,
still got
3.
Gideon.
He's got 3 of Inferno Squadron, Howl Runner, Wampa, and an Academy tie. Yeah. Tim's really good with that list. It's what he took to UKTC. I don't know if it was exactly that. I know he ran a TIE Swarm at UKTC. Very good at flying multiple ship lists, even if he does take 45 minutes before he engages. That's by the by. We do call him won't play, don't play, can't play, should play.
Maybe.
Might play. But yeah, well done, Mr. Marsden, one of our Warlords veterans.
Yep.
TIE Swarm's cool.
Yeah, we like that.
Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
I ain't got a problem with that existing.
Yeah.
Mr. Two Chances himself.
With the Salad.
Now rocking double Bs, right? And he even beat Kev
then,
on
so
Saturday.
UXBB.
So this beat Kev's quad Y-Wings because I was next to them.
Quad
Phantoms.
Yes.
Which is... So really, it's pretty sad that at the moment, proper competitive X-Wing has boiled down to two things. Can your list beat 4 TIE Phantoms? Can your list beat Rebel Salad? That's it. It's really contracted meta. Not good. They need to sort that. But the Rebel Salad's changing a little bit with the B-Wings. So if nothing else, you can at least taste comfort from the fact there's some different ships on the board.
Yeah, because you don't usually get bees, not until recently.
However, after playing against Braylon and Tem in B-Wings, they are easy to underestimate because they're actually really good ships. If you use them well with their dials, with the reds and so on, that triggers, their stuff all triggers off being stressed, they're really good, hard-hitting, healthy, big gun ships.
Yeah, well, they are a big gun ship. They are a tank.
Yep.
They are hard hitting.
But I mean,
ships.
if you look at that list, the U-Wing's got a lot of health and good agility. Mm-hmm. Both B-Wings have got a lot of health, and both of their abilities are substituted by stress. I can't remember which one it is. One of them gets to re-roll dice when he's stressed, so that will go for his shooting and his dodging. I think it's Braylon.
Yeah.
What did you do? You crazy man. So you've got two targets that hit hard but have got a lot of health. You've got Cassian, which hits hard, got a lot of health. And then you've got Wedge, who's a sledgehammer. Yeah. And there's no real clear target. Who do I go for? Whoever I don't go for is a mistake. The rest of them
are going to bang me. Yeah.
This has been the problem with Rebel Salad.
Yeah. That's what I do like about it.
And look at the point split.
Yeah, so even.
There's no clear choice.
Yeah. You can't say I need to take that and get the points because everything's equal. Like,
everything's pretty equal.
Yeah, half point in them all is like 25 points.
Really well built. Yeah.
It's good. I like the Rebel Salad. I do. I know what you're saying though. There's too much of it and it's very strong.
Who's Ginger Wookie? Is that Scott?
Scott.
Yeah, you should, man. Dress up. If you want to be a Ginger Jedi, do it. Do it. Just don't wear those boots.
Why
those boot sleeves. No, he had these like sleeve boot cosplay bad things. Go and buy some boots from like Boot Shop Land, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The boots were bad, but the rest of it was awesome. I even want one. So here we go. Simeon Delapina, the worst Delapina in the room at the time.
Identical.
I changed his list and he copied me.
Yes.
That's what happened. It wasn't that I took his nearly perfect list and changed it slightly to slightly more perfect, purely out of luck. And he just happened to have the same thought when I picked him up on Friday. And went, Dad, I've changed it. I went, I did it first. I did because I ran it Tuesday. And you know, this list's a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. Sontir with Predator. Sontir's awesome. Whisper with Duke and Afterburners. And 2 News with Advanced Slam, Ion Cannons, and assault config. He used to have Vinda, or he used to have a Row. It's had a couple of iterations.
Because it was
and he
Row
had Intimidation.
Yeah.
Right, he did things like that.
It's Scott.
But yeah, he had a great day. I think he only lost 1 game as well. He loves this list deeply. I really enjoyed it.
I believe he only lost 1 on Sunday.
He only lost 1 both days.
Yeah. And
He's legit.
We'll get to that.
Legit.
He is legit. He's the best, man.
He's the best.
He is the best. It's just great to have him here playing anyway. Then we go to 4th place, and it is the Wookiee himself. You've all seen this list now. It's got 1 with Crackshot because the points changed on Duke. That's what it is. That is the difference. This list, you can go back and watch it on stream. Kev flying it. It's horrible. It's soul destroying to fly against, but it's like it's just got so much manoeuvrability.
I'll explain something about this list as well, right? So Kev was struggling with the negativity associated with this list. So when you come to a table and you face this, a la quad Y-wings with TLT or a la triple jump masters, people do this. They get to the table and they go, right? So you got to allow people, if you're going to run that, you have to allow them to come to the table and be upset at your list. They're not upset at you.
Wow.
Because but they're not. I'm not. If I got to the table with quad phantoms, I would be, it's not your fault. It's there. And
yeah, I see what you're saying.
I could take that list too.
Yeah.
But you've got to understand that when we got to a meta where a single chassis is nailed down to be so effective, I mean, if you look at them, it was only the Duke change that changed them to 51 points.
Yes.
It's like, here is the perfect way to spend your 50 points most effectively and give you the biggest amount of bang for your buck. That's what's a bit demoralising. The list, I'm sure, as a pilot of it, is fun to play because you do have manoeuvrability.
You've got pre and you've got a pre and post manoeuvrability. It's mental.
But generally, for your opponent, it's no fun to play against. A bit like 5 Y-wings with veteran turret gunner and ion cannon, because it's almost a foregone conclusion. The game's, pretty much about you have to wait for a mistake to get anywhere with it, and still at that point your opponent could just have strong dice and the mistake doesn't capitalise on you. So it can be a little bit demoralising playing against these lists. But they're out there now, so we've got to really work together to beat it and get it out of the meta, so it opens up again a little bit more. Or we've just got to go, we're not going to take that sort of stuff. We'll take more interesting stuff. I've got this is no attack on Kev.
Yeah,
this is me trying to defend Kev.
But
saying that these lists have a negative when you get these really hyper powerful meta lists, people do take offence to seeing them in
on
front
the table.
Of them, if they're not running.
Yeah.
If they're not running.
Yeah, exactly. So I always used to get the arses when I'd come to the table and it was 4 hours with TNT.
And you had one agility hand, and you knew 2 engages and hand was dead, and there was nothing you could do.
God,
It's that.
I hated it, but I can't fault someone for taking it to win.
No,
that's what it is.
Right, so let's move on. Next list, because you all know about that, and it's like 1 billion events.
Yeah,
big events.
Yeah,
Alessandro Zaramella. Oh, I know exactly what it was. Yeah. It was 4 Dukes, 4 Dukey Phantoms.
Well, 3
and a crack shot.
3 and a crack shot.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. We just talked about that list. We don't need to talk about it again. Then we hit
Rooster Mouse.
Second place. It's the Rooster Mouse.
And I'm running Sim's list, and I did better than him. He's had like 50 games practice. I had 5.
So you lost 1 as well, though?
I lost 1.
Right.
I lost 2, the winner.
Yeah, very good.
I lost to the winner. It was the only guy that beat me.
Yeah, so let's talk at the winner, and it was...
Right, so first of all, this guy is awesome.
Yes.
What a lovely, lovely guy, right? Yeah. His name's Marcus Wilson. He's been voted the best dressed man in
if you've seen him at tournaments before, and I think he took a bit of a hiatus, but he's back now, and he's always whistling fluted up. Looks the business, doesn't it? Always. What are you
doing Cockney rhyming slang for?
Cool,
if you want to do Cockney rhyming slang properly, you just say he had a whistle on.
He had a whistle.
You don't give them the rhyming bit. No.
Just had a whistle.
Just had a whistle.
Oh, can I say he had a flute? And then I'm like, they're clever.
No, that makes you sound stupid.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm right.
Yeah? Right. It's like come up the apples.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
Well, if you say apples and pears, you're just giving away the game. And there's
so,
nothing.
There's no. Say I fell down of pears.
You just sound stupid.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm going with that.
Right.
I'm using the second one. Always.
Yeah, no. Listen. He come to the table, right? I told John this little story.
Yes.
Bless him. We never played. Marcus comes a lot of Tuesdays. He's a school teacher, so he doesn't get as much free time as a lot of the players. And he came to the table, and
is that why he's always in a whistle?
Yeah, he's
a teacher.
He's just such a lovely guy, and he was physically shaking. And so we had this conversation. When I come to tournaments, I just want to be me too. And when someone comes to the table with a preconceived notion of playing me, you shouldn't. It's just me at the table. I make mistakes like anyone else. I'm just a human being. I get things wrong. And just because I won some things once don't mean I'm unbeatable. And he come to the table and he was like, well, at least I can say you beat me. And I was like, Marcus, honestly, if you really want to know where my headspace is right now, I've looked at your list and I'm the one that thinks I've lost and I've got to do all my power to beat you. This is not what you think, that you've just insta-won because I have some magic no. So he was amazing. I managed to chill him out and we had an awesome game. And he smashed up 2 of my ships before I'd done a single point of damage to his list.
Really?
He'd killed Sontir and one of my boats before we'd done that. Then we had this epic 1-hour marathon of Whisper killing his Echo, smashing on his... If I'd had one more shot, I might have just pulled it. Whisper was on 1 hole and I was all over it. But we had such a great hour.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I never give up.
No.
Right? And I'll be like, right, backs against the wall, go. And we just had a wicked time. His etiquette at the table. This is what, right? when we get a new vet, a new coin winner, because this guy's one of our new vets now, and I was blessed enough to play the guy and get beaten by the guy. So we talk about being the best community, best boot bunch of people. We can keep saying that all day long and it means nothing. What really makes us best is when you take the sentiment and act that out in your life. So you can say we're this, that and the other, but until you're actually doing it to people, you're not the best. You're just pertaining to be the best. And the definition of being the best people in the best community is when you get to a table and you beat someone like he beat me. I had such a great game, right? There ain't a point in that game where I'm like, meh, or I blamed this, or I was like, and he did that. Oh, he had hot dice. I had cold dice. I just remember having an awesome hour and 15 minutes with Marcus. And that's what being the best is about. It ain't about playing at it. It's about actually just doing it. Giving your opponent... I forgot to decloak on like second turn. Marcus let me have it. He forgot something. Moved something in the wrong order. And I was like, no, dude, just do it.
Yeah.
Right? And
when you're on that level and it's
and
just
helping each other and just that lovely
game.
vibe of...
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. So there you are, bro. Marcus. Respect. So if anyone's not played Marcus and you see that name, you know you're going to get a great game. This was a really, really great list. And I will testify. I live with the world champion that has been an Echo and Whisper fanboy his whole life.
He can fly them
and
ships.
he can fly them ships like no one.
Yeah.
And Marcus was doing a proper good job. His initial engage was perfect. The rest of the game was perfectly played. Otherwise, I would have anyone else I would have clawed it back on. I put him under enough pressure to claw it back, and he never let me. Really, really great game. Interesting list. Vinder was so heavily tooled. I was terrified of Vinder because you can't go nowhere with that Vinder because of
Look at
advanced.
that Vinder with 64 points though. Like,
Advanced
look
slam,
at how fat it is.
proton torps and advanced proton torps. So there is no safe range of that ship, and that ship can launch an alpha from across the other side of the table. It's incredible. And you remember I keep banging on about speed over everything else. That's why 4 Phantoms is doing so well, is because they have speed, guns, tokens, survivability, but speed. They're not slow. That's why they'll run, generally, played right, they'll run circles around Rebel Salad.
Yeah.
Because they can flank, arc dodge, get behind, at pace, all of that, run away better, all of that stuff. So Echo and Whisper are 2 of the fastest ships in the game when you add in the decloak and the barrel roll afterwards.
And the bloody collision detectors, they can
Yeah,
go where
so
they want.
rocks don't exist.
Yeah.
And a slamming gunboat as well is hard free bank, free forward, free bank, free. It's such a lot of distance. Oh, and I'll have a target lock. So I've crossed the table. I've done that. Bang, and I'm going to shoot you as well. And you're not safe at range 2, range 3, or range 1. Nowhere safe. You're getting 5 dice because he's got trick shot.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So really, really well played. Top hat tip to winning with a list like that. I haven't got a problem with Phantoms. I love the chassis. They're interesting and they fly. I have got a beef with the quad list because it's too easy, that point bracket.
I see what you're saying. So like the Whisper Echo, it's amazing. They're both amazing ships and built like interestingly and that.
Yep.
But when you go to the one where it's just the 4 generics, like you say, it's like you've gone. This is the most point-effective shit
and
that
also
I can put out.
when it moves in a block,
so I'll just copy
when
it
they're
4 times
swarming
over.
with it,
Yeah.
imagine a Phantom with double tokens with its reposition, but it's got a 12 dice primary. That's what it is. It's like
that's
I'm
right.
a Phantom and I can go anywhere as this big
Yeah.
block. I can range control amazingly, but I shoot you with 12 dice and I got Duke. So everyone's got crack shot every single turn.
Yeah.
So it's really, really powerful. Whereas both of those Phantoms,
You've got to
he
fly that
saw
as a list.
the minute I took Echo out, he was like suddenly struggling.
Yeah.
Because those 2 aces in that list are big, and he messes up and he loses one. Suddenly, he's got a completely different list. The
We can't quite
levels
split
have
them and flank it, but
yeah. He can't force the engagement a certain way. What I was saying about the points with the TIE Phantoms. So with the new stuff that was out, like the Jedi stuff, one of the most I don't know if I'd call it interesting, but one of the things I've been finding hardest to deal with is where the point splits are in the ships. So I ran double Jedi Sunday, which we'll get to in a minute. You saw me play it on stream anyway. But a lot of people the points are not right for triple Jedi. And they've got this weird point splits amongst the ships, so there's no clear like what works.
What do you mean with the upgrades that change?
Yeah,
it makes it harder.
It makes it much harder.
Yeah, agreed.
So I can see really with like the new stuff, it's looking like you either take 2 Jedis tooled to the max,
which you did,
and just accept the fact you're not going to win every game. And if you did, you've either had really great matchups, you've flown like a god, and your opponents probably made a few mistakes while you were flying like a god, and you just accept, I've got the fluffy list, it's cool, it's not the most competitive thing in the world. Or you go for a single Jedi with some ships, and that can be even one of the really cheap basic, the generic Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
for a
bit
of a
coordinate.
You can give it that battle meditation.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's great for that. Chuck in some torrents, couple of arcs. You don't have to put a lot of upgrades on. You've just got bodies. You've got arcs. You like actual arcs on the table. More guns mean more damage, and you can bully the table a little bit better. So they're in a funny place. I think the Separatists, the Galactic Empire, or the Galactic Federation. Not the Galactic Federation, the Separatists.
Yeah.
They're at a much better point split. So certainly with the droids as a filler ship, they're
because
much
they're
easier.
so generic, the way that they're just stacked.
We're already starting to see legit combos with Separatists like a Beelzebub and 6 droids, a Sith Infiltrator, Beelzebub and 2 or 3 droids. Them sort of breakups, right? Even Jag's triple infiltrator list,
and which he changed on Sunday,
which he did,
double,
and he said he thought it was better, but he won more with a Sith infiltrator. But part of that was due to matchups, which is something I've gone over again and again and again with tournaments. When you're going to win a big tournament and you're going to do well, part of that has got to do with you've had part of the perfect storm day where you've had great matchups.
Yeah, you've had great opponents all your way to the top. I mean,
that
that's
really,
huge
really
for
help,
you, isn't it? Yeah, like I've gone to tournaments before during certain meta streams where people have gone, oh man, I played 5 quad Y-wings in 5 rounds, and then his mate who stood next to him go, I haven't played one. Yeah, and you just don't know, do you? So
right, Sunday.
So
that was our new champion for Saturday. Well done, Marcus.
Sorry I wasn't here to see you win, but I made up that you did because you're top man.
So Sunday, old anorexic Annie joined us
back
again.
Well, because I heard there was cake and I was hungry.
He was hungry, honestly. When he got cake, Ash has been doing a lot of walking, and he's like a waif. Right? Seriously, if I turned him to the side, he'd be like, where's Ash gone? Right? He's that skinny now, which is making like my whole weight loss thing. Just, I've got fat again. Not because I've put on any weight. It's just that Ash has shrunk. Right? So when the cake time come at lunchtime, we had 2 days of lunch cake. And
I had cake with my cake.
And day 2, we had Clive's Weekend Warlords cake. We had Arthon's rum cake. We had Arthon's non-alcoholic cake. We had 2 types of Arthon fudge and 2 trays of donuts that some of the boys from the Saturday brought up as a birthday present for the store so everyone could share. Lovely.
Indeed, yeah.
Ash had... because I'd gone round at the back. If you've ever been here, I have my own little table in the corner with a Wookiee next to Simeon, and there's like this little like server's window like you used to get at school where you got your dinner, right? And I can see Ash, and I see Ash going back to his chair, 2 hands holding this plate of cake. And what he'd done is he'd done cake Jenga, and he had a bit of cake, and he'd go, I'll have a nut. Instead of going back and forward, I'll layer my cake. It was layer cake. And as it got higher, it was just, then there was some fudge right on top. And he had a little glass of sparkling, non-alcoholic celebration drink. So good.
It's like a kid's party, but better.
And then I watched him eat. And when you watched him eat, he weren't like eating like I'm just eating because it's cake. He was like, I'm hungry. Gotta eat the cake. No breathing, just eating cake.
He's gonna power me for the whole week.
If anyone's ever seen Asterix and Obelix, and they ever seen Obelix eat a chicken,
Yeah, when he just sucks it off the boat.
yeah, Ash just put the plate in
Yeah.
and pulled out the plate. That was it.
Yeah.
No cake was left.
That's it. It was rabbit. I just caned it. Oh, it was good. It was good. In fact, when I walked in the store today, first thing I said was, "Is there any cake left?"
I'm really upset your predictive text didn't change that to Raven Wing. So Sunday.
What were we? Cake.
Cake. That's why I started talking about cake.
So my slice was the scum of villain.
My slice was the Rebel Alliance, right? And Arthon said he'd left me another slice of Sunday rum cake, and you haven't.
He's left in the Saturday rum cake.
Which
They're
you
different.
burned the rum off. Bad boy. Not happy. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so what did we
Look
see?
at the difference.
Right, so we still got a big chunk of Galactic Empire, and as we were just saying, for Saturday, Empire was running the roost. Like, it was
I can't. Do you know?
phantoms everywhere.
There's no rhyme or reason, is there, to up here what we get?
No.
When it changes that dramatically from day to day,
Yeah.
it's because I'm pretty sure Scum was kind of nowhere on Saturday. It was a tiny little portion, smaller than Galactic Republic would have been on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, because Rebel would have had a bigger chunk.
And Nash
wouldn't it?
jumped up to like a third of the room now.
Yeah.
Which
How
is
is
mad.
Rebel that big?
Rebel's tiny on Saturday.
Yeah.
Loads.
Everyone put them side
There
by
was
side.
Jedi everywhere. There was Jedi everywhere.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
and I did say that there'd be a lot of Jedi.
Right, there was one separatist list,
You're over this side.
maybe two, but there was definitely one separatist list.
There you go.
First Order had a bigger showing, and Adam Pye from Birmingham was running a silencer, quick draw, and a batwing.
No, hang on a minute. So if I'm right, and that is the Sunday breakdown, and Separatist and Rebel are the same size there, I know that there was only one Separatist list. So therefore, was there only one Rebel list
I
on
know
Sunday?
that Fishy was running Rebs Sunday.
Was he the only one?
Well, let's get into the actual list.
Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Because I know for a fact. Here we go.
Right, so
No. So, the reason for this is there was two Rebel lists. And do you know why? Because if you scroll up, we have
Miles.
a missing list, and it's Miles.
Miles.
Yeah, Miles.
And he was
remember.
Rebel because he was a K-Wing Caner.
So how many did we have?
Two Rebels. We had 26 players.
Let's go down.
Yep.
Was it 26?
26. Me and John had a
26.
good argument about it, didn't we, John?
Yeah.
So hold on.
I said
Hold on.
26, you said 24.
Yeah, get out of it.
Just because, right? So I'm Italian. Surprise, surprise, with me Cockney accent and my name Rasta.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad did christen me that, really.
Yeah.
Not Giorgio. We have a bit of an Italian off in the shop, right?
Well, we've got 3 in a team.
We got
Or 4 if you can't see him.
yeah, 4 if we can't see him.
4 if you can't
We've
see
got
him.
4 in the team, and we like to have a bit of a who's the best Italian. Right?
It's always Manny.
Yeah, it's
It's always
Manny's the best Italian.
Italian.
But
In Italy.
on the day,
Stop.
we like to have a bit of a
Yeah,
best Italian.
totally.
And I know that they were all rooting for me to lose my last game so that I could potentially
There was a
beat.
good chance.
There was a good chance.
Well, it wasn't a good chance. It had to be.
Ali
a
had to win,
perfect storm.
and I had to lose big.
And you had to lose big, and another couple of other people had to lose.
No, but it was about where me and Ali finished. So if
Yeah,
Ali
yeah.
had won his last
right.
game,
No, there was,
I'd lost
at one
my
point.
last.
There was a chance where you could be very bottom.
Oh, I've done it once as well. Gutted about that.
yeah.
There's nothing worse than 4 places from bottom. Bottom's the best place to be. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, Ali stole the new Della list, which is this Sontier Whisper couple of gunboat list, and he ran it
Saw it on the Saturday
and lost all of his 5 games. You are rubbish. I was, and all until I said rubbish, I was gonna say an Italian swear word, but then I thought just because you said it in Italian doesn't make it not swearing. Right, so it was beep, Alessandro. That's what it's. Yeah. Alessandro was rubbish. And let's get up to the top.
Before we go to the top, let's go right down to the bottom, John. Look again. So in 25th place is Ben Cox. So if you go back, right, and watch our stream, Ben was on stream first round against the world champion of X-Wing Simeon. Ben won that game.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. Prove it. Prove it. Prove that he won that game. Show me video footage of him winning that game. You can't, can you? No, because he didn't.
Because halfway through the stream, we cut him off.
No, no, the points were incorrectly put in. Sim won that game.
Ben was broken.
I watched till the end.
And that's why through the rest of his game, so he was gutted. It was just broke him. Yeah, we sent him on a wobble. So let's scroll up. Let's have a look who's up the top end of the table. Come on.
The reason why I'm down there, it was part of that. But I run double Jedis, like the two Supernaturals, Annie Obi.
How many points is Supernatural on Anakin and Obi?
32 points on Anakin, 28 on Obi. That's two ships, two tooled up ships. And I will say this about this list, right? So much fun.
But don't fly it.
But it goes wrong. So my second game was against Shane, who ends up winning. Yes. Spoiler alert. But I lost the game because of a single move. And I knew where it was, and the minute I did it, I went, that's game. And it was game. It is the most surgically delicate list ever. And that doesn't mean this is easy to make work. It's like performing heart surgery in the middle of an earthquake. It's going to go wrong unless you're really bloody lucky. Yeah. It's so hard to keep them in the right... It ain't like Phantoms with decloaks. They have got supers, but they're so fragile, they're so expensive that, look, if you want a lot of fun, fly it. Just don't think you're going to win events with that list, which is really sad.
But great.
I'm going to keep trying, though. Yeah, I ain't going to stop. You know what I'm like.
Take us to the top. Oh, before we get to, I want you to take me to 8th.
Yeah, we're going to do top 8.
Oh, well, yeah, good. Because I want to
this young man.
You know, we talk about our young players in the store a lot. But Vivek, on the day, check out his list. This lad came 8th with a proper ace flying list.
I love these two, right? So they're like a pair. They're best friends.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
It's Vivek Palmer and Henry me. Yeah. And I played Henry first round.
You did,
He's so funny.
Yeah.
So, number one, I just got to tell you some stories, right? This is what I like doing with you lot, is just talking about what happens here. So, I thought, I'm Rasta Mace. I like reggae. I got dreadlocks. I'm cool, no? I thought I was down with the kids. I went to fist bump Henry. Henry looked at me and went, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I went, you what? He went, we shake hands now. I said, it's not when you're at my table.
You fist bump.
So he give me, like, they both do it. I go to fist bump them and they give me your hand. No, give me a fist bump, but like I want a weak ass. No, give me a weak fist. It's just
like not even old.
No, I'm not doing it. Go away, old man. Right?
Go away.
Don't touch me. Right? Right? Got it. That's 10 points. One-handed catch as well. So Henry comes to the table, bless him, and he was playing this list, and it had a TIE fighter, a Mining Guild TIE, Fem Rao, and Eamon Esmond, and I got the double Jedis, and I'm flying around for about 30 minutes, and then I managed to engage it where I'd split off the TIE fighter, and both my Jedi ended up on his sides, like pincered him with bullseyes on his own, and I killed the TIE fighter, and then I went, see ya. And this kid went, what? What? You're going to run away for 35 minutes? Just like that to me. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And he's like, well, that's boring. He's 15. No one speaks to me like that. And I loved it. I was like, you're the best thing ever. He was going, don't be boring. Don't you run away from me, Rasta Mace.
Fight me.
Right. So against all my better judgment, I did. I went in and I had a little fight. And they're just awesome. And the reason why we keep putting up these kids' names is they deliver at the table. They give great game. And
Yeah, and so Henry didn't do too well on the day.
No,
He came near
but-
the bottom. But all his shit
do you see how well?
were modded and repainted.
So good.
Like, no word of a lie. Like, you'll see on our Instagram, and I've shared some pictures, he Dragon Ball Z'd them. So they might be floating around our UK pages and stuff. He's amazing, this kid. He's actually doing green stuff work and everything.
Mate, he'd green stuffed them all, little horns on them.
Yeah.
He done. I don't know the characters.
No, I
I
came and spoke to him. I was like, dude, I've never even seen.
I'm
that.
more like Popeye era, let alone
Yeah,
Dragon
right.
Ball Z.
So, well, if you go into anime, like for me, I'm Akira, you know, but not Dragon Ball. But you know Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
don't you? So, you know
Right,
Dragon
okay, but so Vivek,
Ball was flying a
the
proper
only list he lost to was Kev's Quad Phantoms.
No.
Did he lose two?
Yeah, because he lost to Kev, so he'd lost one game, and then he got paired up to play Shane in round 4, and Shane said it was the hardest game he'd had all day. He said he was amazing.
He is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The kid is and that can just literally be put down to by what he was running. Look at the list. There is not a massive bid, so he's not guaranteed moving first, and he did what he did. He's 16 years old. So Vivek and Henry will be at System Open next week. We are unofficially chaperoning them. We're going to be keeping an eye on them, and they'll be hanging around with us. If you guys want to come and meet and say hello to two rising stars of X-Wing, come and say hello to these kids. If you get the blessings to play against them,
You're in for a
you've
great
been
game.
blessed.
Yeah,
Don't waste it with being Mardy when one of them
When they
batters
beat
you,
you.
right? They are great kids.
Yeah.
They're the future of our hobby. If we don't have these young people coming and joining us, it's all going, and you know that. So respect Vivek big time, and respect Henry regardless.
In
of
his
where
game
you
with
came.
Shane, I went over and I was checking it out because I was TOing on the day, and it ended with Vader versus Fenn. And that was the only two ships left on the table. Fine,
Really?
yeah, it was awesome. It was like, oh my god, this is nuts. And Shane was like looking at me like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, he's killing me. It was really.
Do you know
good.
what Vader whispering? I'm going to try this.
I know, it's amazing.
Really like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I was chatting with Vivek a very little when we were there last. I can't wait to actually meet him and Henry across the table.
Yeah.
They're both. You know, it's lovely.
Yeah,
And
no,
they are-
Marty, you did. Captain Rex, you played them both. Yeah.
You know, and they are young guys, and I get that sometimes it can be that you can see they can be a little bit shy because it's a room full of like 30, 40-year-old men, and they maybe feel like we look at them as kids, and I don't often get time to speak to you because I get caught up in Saturday and Sunday and I'm having a whale. But like I'm telling you now, Vivek, I'm telling you now, Henry, because I know you watch this, that none of us think of you like that. We love having you at Warlords.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You're like a big part of the decoration now. You're part of the brickwork.
Yeah, I like that they're pretty much every month.
And
So it's great.
generally, you've only ever behaved exemplary.
Yeah,
And
look, Vivek's online.
I
Yeah.
can't say that about every single adult that plays in here. We all have a bad week.
Yeah.
You two never do.
Yeah, you
two
always
are
keep your heads
always
up.
levelled, lovely, polite, and amazing, and you're a pleasure to play against, regardless of the outcome. And you both clearly got some skills, and you keep practicing. Soon, it won't be me keeping an eye on you at System Open. It'll be me keeping an eye on you at Worlds.
Yeah,
and
man.
you'll be winning and bringing it back to the
Yeah.
UK. So respect, Utes.
Yeah, well done, boys.
Handshake.
Yes, yeah. And I know that Shane gave you his ship for winning. So Shane, part of Shane's winning haul was the fact that he scored a Rasta Mace original ship repaint of Interceptor, weren't it?
Yep.
Shane gave it to Vivek because he was like, that was the best game I'd had all day, and you earned that, dude.
And
Like,
Vivek, I did get your message about magnets. I'll have a little message with you, and I'm sure I'll be able to sort you some out. You won't have to buy nothing, mate. I'll give them to you.
right.
I might
In 7th place.
I might even whenever Vivek's birthday, I might even have a painted Darth Vader he can have to go with his time.
Very nice.
So,
So you
seventh.
can't look at Miles's because
Right, Miles was running his
Oh, he has got it.
There
No,
it
he
is.
ain't. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's it. This is
Oh, we just
a
haven't put the
really
thing on.
great
I
list.
haven't got it for the Saturday.
Uh,
There was some weird one off.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
This is Miles's list. He's won. This is the list he won the Veterans coin with.
Is it exactly the same?
This is Akakaka list.
Yeah.
And it's 3 Phoenix Squadron A-Wings
Yep.
with homing missiles.
He loves them homing
Because
missiles.
homing missiles are OP.
Yep.
They are. And then it's 2 Warden Squadrons with homing missiles. Everyone's going, what? Why not barrage rockets?
Because homing missiles about.
Really good ship. Really good missiles. Sabine Wren, seismic charges, and proton bombs. This is a really hard list to fight against. And you look at it on paper and you don't instantly go, this is super duper powerful. But once again, speed.
Well, we're chatting K-Wings.
A-Wings, fastest ship in the game.
And
K-Wings, second fastest ship in the game.
Yeah.
That ability to reposition that hard, leave a lovely little present in your wake with the effects of Sabine and all the rest of it.
Sabine's amazing.
You think 5 locks on one ship and you have arc with all 5. Take it off.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to
Amazing.
just roll 20 dice at you?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, look, Scott's on. It's just saying now, Lewis has got stamina because he, made top 4, then Warlords, top 4. Yeah.
So I'll show you how much stamina Lewis has got. He done all day hyperspace, came here, played really well, did really well, then got in, took us for dinner, went to Nando's, and at like 10 o'clock at night, then drove to London because he was going to, and I know I'm not meant to say, but I'm going to embarrass him, to the Harry Potter experience for Jesse's birthday, like a belated birthday present, which he was more excited about.
Yeah, because she's made him watch the films, ain't she?
Yeah, he's a pothead. That's what they call them now.
Is that what they call it?
Potheads.
It's not why I was called a pothead.
It's because you like to wear pot
On my head, yeah,
yes.
God not, obviously.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too. So, Steve Theobald. Now, proper chuffed for Steve, come 6th.
Yeah, look, what's he running? What he always runs?
Well, no.
Yeah, so he mixes a little bit.
Yeah, but right, so Sim played Steve.
So
And
tight
just
that
beat
game
him
was. Yeah,
because of it got to the end and Steve did something silly where he ended up taking damage and actually giving Sim the win.
But he
Sim
had to do that because if he didn't go through the bomb, there was no way that he could get to him. So it was all or nothing. He had to go through the bomb and risk taking the damage. Now, if he hadn't have killed himself on the bomb like he did, like if he'd have rolled it and been all right, he'd have had the shot.
And he might have won the game.
And he might have won the game. So it was one of them moments where it was like, balls on the table, I'm going to do this, and then he just went, 3 damage, I've killed myself.
Right.
And lost.
Interestingly, if the top table hadn't been there with Shane and Kev, he would have been a veteran because all the others were veteran.
Oh, that hurt my ribs and I weren't even laughing. That was hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he know this yet?
No, I don't think so. I spotted it the other day.
So, right, I'll tell you what's really interesting about this list. And Simeon is someone that, and he said it was his toughest game of the day, but he properly loved what this list did. And it made him have to, no, it was Boba Fett on Soul. So you start in the middle of the board, you poo out a seismic charge, and you own the centre of the table. Because Nim goes, it's staying there. Yeah. It's staying there. It's staying there. And Sim generally plays in or around the rocks. It's what his list does. What's better than ironing the ship is ironing a ship onto a rock.
Yeah.
But when you can't go anywhere, so he had literally started the game by going, Bobber on there, seismic charge, you're only allowed to play on the 4 extremities.
Yeah, because if you go to any of them, damage.
Yeah. And Sim's list has got such low health on his aces, he can't afford to take damage.
Yeah.
So he said it was an awesome game. Playing against bombs is incredibly hard to do, especially when you're running an aces list. Steve has... Seb is known for running his Y-Wings. Steve is known for running Nim Soul in 1.0. He was one of the few people that stuck with it, and he has gone on in 2.0 to keep doing it. And this is a legitly competitive list if flown well.
Which he does. He knows that dial inside out. He lives these ships. He's really loving Fall Arm on it and everything else. He loves this list. He really does. Mr. Bryant's not going to be at System Open.
That'll be System Open will be a big part of what we talk about on our next Rasta and Ash, which should be great. So we'll have our big event and we'll have System Open to talk about. Be awesome. So moving up to
Luke Townsend's not a veteran, is he? No.
So it wouldn't have been Thaddeus.
Well,
don't
Fishy
worry.
ran the same thing he ran on Saturday, but he dropped Crackshot off the B wing.
Yeah, that
Said
was
didn't
it. That
use
was the
it,
only difference,
and he
yeah.
wanted the 1 point bid over Quad Phantoms, which he didn't have before. So we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Simeon was running the same list
So we
as he
don't need
ran
to do
on
that.
Saturday, and came fourth both days,
Yeah.
which was weird.
Yeah, only lost one game.
We
each
don't
day.
need to do this either because
'Cause
Kev
Kev's, we all
Bellamy,
know.
he was going to bring 2 IGs and something else, but he didn't, and brought his Quad Phantoms. So let's just read this message.
Yeah, it seems like SOS is a much bigger event than I signed up for. I'm just here for the 11 prize tokens, all losses.
So Random B. Last year we had the biggest X-Wing event in the world at 501 players, I do believe. This year we have the biggest X-Wing event in the world at 600 players. Totally can be daunting to walk into a room of 600 people, 500 people. It's not something you do much unless you're going to a football match or a concert. It's really not scary though when you actually get there and you kind of realise I'm in a room with 500 people that love the thing I love. It's really easy to get on with everyone and just have a generally nice day. There's lots of very friendly people in our community that are willing to talk to you. There's lots of well-known figures that you will have heard of from things like this, from podcasts, from blogs.
We talk
that are
about
prevalent people that have won big things.
and we mention so many people over and over again on our shows, and you actually get to see them play in our stores. You get to see their names on the screen, and you get to see a down shot of them playing, but you don't very often get to meet the people behind the cameras, you know, that we've got playing at Warlords. So you're going to get to meet all them players there.
You're going to get to meet loads of people that maybe you feel like, oh, I can't approach them, and you can. These are just everyone's just a person, right?
Oh God,
and
some of the biggest ones we've been to are just the best because everyone just gets along so well.
And I kind of touched on this earlier. So there's been a bit of negativity around the organised play system this season.
Yeah,
okay?
with the changes.
And Hyperspace has had something to do with that, and that's generally at FFG's fault, the OP side of things. And they kind of know they got it a bit wrong. And it's,
yeah,
so
well, the fact that they've changed it twice already so far means that they're trying to figure out what they're actually doing.
As far as I know, they're changing the whole thing for next season because they know it wasn't right and it hasn't really worked. So this is our first proper opportunity to get together as a wider, larger community, which was something that used to happen at the regionals and used to happen at more of these bigger events, which knitted us as a community, right? And so there's been a lot of, since the 2.0 switchover, there's been negative grumblings, there's been a lot of infighting, there's been a lot of struggling in teams, there's been a lot of struggling in numbers attending stores. And we at Warlords, we like to bang on about, you know, give good game, get good game and all of that. But talk is cheap. From all of us, me, him, you lot, everyone involved, that we're the greatest community. The way to really make us the greatest community is next weekend when you get to that event, go and see people you ain't seen for months. Go and give people cuddles. Don't be gamey at the table. Have a great time. Enjoy people's company and be that good community. Don't just talk about being it. Be it again. We were. Nothing's changed. The people involved haven't suddenly had a personality transplant.
No, it's the same
game's
people.
Just a bit in flux, right? And it's led to silly little fights and arguments, and people can sometimes despair and call about doomsday, and it's the end of everything, and it's all... Let's not let that happen. And the way to not let that happen is to stop the talking and start the walking. So we get there.
I like that.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah, it's good, man.
We get there and we'll remember why we were so tight a year ago, and we can then remind ourselves how easy it is to stay tight like that. So get there, have a bloody awesome time. I don't care where I end up. I don't care if I lose all my games. You shouldn't either. We're going to have an awesome time. We're going to have some food together. We're going to share X-Wing stories. We're going to talk about Star Wars. We're going to, you know...
We're going to take photos together. You know, it's just going to be great. I love that side of it. I mean, fingers crossed so much that I get to go. I'm so excited for it. You can't understand how important these big events are for us.
Yeah, they're our meeting place.
They are so important. Like you say, I think the lack of the regional, what the hyperspace is not what the regional was last year. And that regional season last year was those events, those 100-man shows of us all going out for dinner and 2 days and la-da-da-da-da. We haven't had that yet. So, yeah, this is the big one. This is the first one where we all get together again. I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be proper.
That's it. It's just like the grumblings on the internet and the negativity over the internet generally should not be looked at as representative of the majority of people that play. And if we remember as being those people, that it's important for us to remember how we behave. That's a big part of the positive vibe in our community. And really, do we want to lose our community? I know I don't. I'd be lost without somewhere to go and meet you all and play games and have that release once a week, once a month, whatever it is. So let's get together. We'll remind ourselves why we're all awesome. We'll play some games. Some of us will win, some of us will lose.
I will lose.
But if we've all had a great time and we've all felt that positive vibe and we've all maybe been there for someone on the day that is struggling a little bit with anxiety or has forgotten something or has missed the trigger and you remind them about it, all of those things will add to reaffirming the fact that we are great people. We are all humans with feelings, and it is important that we make that our priority, not he's running quad phantoms or he's won or I've had really bad dice. Are you all right, bruv? You look a bit down.
Yeah.
Can I get you anything? Oh, you look knackered. Do you want a drink? Whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I heard you had your mum weren't well. If you know, so you know what I'm saying. How's she doing? Caring. You know, that's what's really made us the best community in the world.
Yep.
Let's not lose it just because the game's a tiny bit in flux. It's cool, man. It's early days. It's still Star Wars. We've got Jedis and droids now.
Yeah, we've got 7 factions and they're all going to get fatter. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. So let's get back to Sunday. That's my bit of soapbox.
Which you said you'd get.
I said I had to get on it. I wanted to. It's important.
So Lewis with Ham came second.
Right, and Lulu's been running variants of these triple aces
yeah,
list. I think this was the first time he's put Lulo in because he's tend to have been running Elo instead.
Yeah, I really like this though.
So I was sat next to Lewis. Was like on the final round. We even got told off on stream to shut up.
Yeah,
and the reason why we weren't. I was just doing like a Bo Selector impersonation, and that was because we were having so much fun. Me playing Ian Wardle, Lewis was playing Adam Pye, and that was when X-Wing's great. When both people on both sides of the table, we're getting told off because we're having too much fun, right? And that's cool. That's when it's excellent. But Lou can fly this amazingly. I'm not going to comment on his broken dice.
Yeah, I heard they were rotten.
Insanely rotten. Yeah. Right? But it's Poe with Heroic R4 integrated HLC. And HLC's a really good call on these because he's got his wings closed a lot, and that bullseye can often be supplemented and go, oh, look, I've used my barrel roll, 4 dice. I'm going to Poe push to get me focus, barrel roll into Thingy Bob at range, 4 dice HLC with a focus to modify or with a target lock. Yeah. It's really great. Nien with the same HLC and pattern analyzer, which is
great. The black one is always on Nien, but never on Poe.
Because it's insanity.
Yeah, I know. That's
right?
What I mean.
It's insanity. There's like a double resistance list that Phil's been running, and it's got those veins, static discharge veins.
Yes. Yeah.
So Nien will go, right, I'm going to Talon roll in front of your Y-Wing.
Yeah.
I'm going to dump my stress because I'm at range 1. And then the Y-Wing goes, I'm going to ion you. Go, okay, cool. And he ions Nien, and Nien goes, do you know what? I'm going to use my veins to choose to take a stress to give you an ion back. So you ion the ship that tried to ion you, and then because you're Nien, you give them the stress you just got 2, right? And you go, I haven't got anything, and you ioned yourself. It's like they ioned their own ship, which is just the best thing in the world. Yeah. And the difference here is he knows that Nien is clearly getting the battering because the Nien's got the regen.
Yeah.
So Nien can get in, soak up some of those shots, bugger off again, regen up, and you've got Lumpy running around in one of the best chassis in the game
Without
with
a doubt.
all he needs. Heroic contrition.
That's all you ever put.
Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I watched him play. I know he's great with this. Well done, Lewis. You've done really well with variants of this list over the past few months. Won a hyperspace.
Huge bid.
Been in top fours, yes. That's a proper bid, that is.
Yeah.
What a sod, man. And Lewis was the one that told me about the double Jedis, and he clearly changed this. I went, what's your bid then? He went, 187. I went, you knew I was running double Jedi, didn't you? And he just smirked, the little ginger smirk. And I was like, and you knew that even if I took the droids off, I wouldn't be able to beat that bid. Right?
He's like, funnily enough, I put Lumpy in.
Yeah, what a sod. What a sod. But brilliant. That is
quality.
I've been running the same list as Lewis for months now. It got a load of good matchups, plus if you lose on one that others are strong enough to get you through. Yeah, it is a really, really great list. And here is the winning list of the day.
So Shane is an original Warlords team member and has been for a very long time, and is a great player. But he's been on hiatus and not been playing at all.
Nope.
2.0.
And I think he was as shocked by his results on the day as we were, to be fair.
He had a hard road to the top, and he fought his way there. He brought a jump master, the only jump master in the room.
It's not a list you look at and
you
strikes
go,
fear in you.
Not only that, it's like, are you running Manaroo in a jump master? Right. Okay then. And he dominated.
Femral fearless, Manaroo with intimidation, and I'm sure he got that off quite a few times with a big base, which was really interesting, especially when you've got a Guri without manoeuvre, which suddenly, if that stacks, you've suddenly got -2 agility, and if you've got a Delta 7P, that's not good, is it? Right? Guri is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Even without advanced sensors, Guri is a nightmare with afterburners and fire control. So she's grabbing that lock. She's got that mad barrel roll. Femral's just a beast.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether he's got initiative
really
or not.
good with Fen.
Yeah, he's always been good with Fen.
Yeah,
it's been something he's
It
flown
was
for
his
years.
The day it came out, he was very excited for it. I
He's flown
remember
for a
in
long,
store.
long time in 1.0 as well.
Yeah.
And if you mess up against Fen in 2.0 and you let him get that shot, he wins that engagement. There's no time he doesn't win that range 1 engagement, and that can probably mean end of game for you.
Yeah.
With Fearless, 5 dice and a focus token, and then his Concord Dawn in return, you ain't hurting him, and he's removing you from... That's exactly what I did. I dialed in a 4 forward with my Jedi, and instead of supernaturally out of it and going past him, I thought I'd be able to come along the side and barrel roll out of his arc, and a rock stopped me doing it by nothing, and he removed Anakin.
Yeah.
1 shot. Gone. So 102 points in a single shot.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. You can't mess about with Femral.
No.
He beat Quad Phantoms. I haven't seen the game. He must have flown his pants off. I'm sure it was pretty close at the end. I think he had a Femral that refused to die.
He did, so we were talking about on stream, so you can go back and watch his final game against the Quad Phantoms of the Wookiee. And just help put my baby to sleep.
Story time with Rasta.
And
Sleep, little baby, don't say a word. Rasta's gonna write you a brand new list.
And we were talking about on the stream how is the best way to beat 4 Phantoms. Turns out it's Femra not dying. That's how you beat it.
Fenra.
Femra.
I love the way you Northerners speak.
Fenra.
You're so charming and quaint.
I know.
So
I'm
uneducated.
Posh. You know I'm posh.
I love it.
Posh.
So good.
And
So
that was it. He's a beast.
what was really nice this month was both of the people that won the veterans coins won the tournament.
Yes.
That doesn't always happen because
No, 'cause
we
it
are
gets
starting
passed
to have
down.
a saturation of
Yes,
veterans
yes,
in the room, right?
Yeah. Well, at the top end, definitely.
Oh, well, but of course, these
Yeah.
people haven't won by accident, right? Definitely not by accident. Yeah.
No.
But it was really lovely that this month, because I do believe last month was the exact opposite, wasn't it? Where both were handed down. Yeah.
Handed down.
So awesome when that happens. Congratulations, Shane. Congratulations, Marcus.
Yeah, wicked.
I love our tournaments. I know I'm biased, but they really were great. I told everyone that was here that they are a credit to the room. They come and we have a great weekend together. We had a nice little party. We all had a little bit of food together. the one time I heard a TO called over, I even turned to the guy and went, "Did you just call a TO?"
I got called up.
And the whole room looked at him and went,
I got 3 calls.
"Like, you don't do that here."
It was.
Was it an arc check?
4. Yeah, no, I got 4. I got 2 arc checks.
Well, that's okay.
A bullseye check.
That's okay.
And then the last one was quite complicated, which was It was actually Simeon and Thaddeus called me up. And he was
rock
shooting
and the
through
bomb.
the rock and the bomb. Yeah.
And that distracted me from my
Yeah,
game because
yeah.
I was pretty sure what you said was the right way.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
totally.
was like, I've got to listen to this because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's like that. But I better listen.
Yeah, no. I did say to him, no, you are obstructed, and then that you also gain a dice because that says so on that card.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
I know. I was
You're
quite
absolutely
happy with
right.
that. I couldn't quite understand why they called me over because I thought it says so on the card. What are you doing? Like, but you know how they are.
Right.
It was all good.
So it's 9 o'clock nearly.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, but it's because, and that's what's going to be the difference. If we have the monthly show, we'll have more content, more stuff to talk about, and it might be 2.5 hour show, right?
Oh,
So it's,
yeah, all fixed right. Look, and one nearly got flown off the board.
Simi Eon.
No,
Eon?
it was Dave Amos nearly lost one off a board, but he did not.
Right,
It was
okay.
so close. Dave
Okay.
versus Lee Taylor.
There were some awesome games played.
Yes,
Great
yeah.
room, great weekend. Anyway, question for this week's competition is, and this is for the lovely cards that I showed you earlier.
How many points was the player who came 3rd in Firestorm's hyperspace trial list? How many points was it?
All right.
Third place
So
player.
the third placed player in Firestorm's hyperspace, how many points was his list?
Yeah.
And where should they comment
On our YouTube video.
channel, yeah.
on
Yeah.
our YouTube
So
channel?
this,
comments below.
comment on the YouTube comment section of this video
On YouTube.
on
So-
YouTube.
Look forward to seeing you too, brother. And if there is anyone that has been watching us, ever watched Tuesday night stream, ever watched me doing model making, has ever watched one of our Saturday tournaments, has seen the Dream Team, seen me, seen Ash. John won't be there, but you get what I'm saying.
You ain't seen him anyway.
Or and
He's
you've
asking what the cards were.
The cards are all the ones from the new kit.
so you got Death Rain, Skurg, a Black Squadron. This is like a triple set of cards that all
Yeah,
join up
join
into this
together. It's very nice,
amazing
very cool.
picture.
Then you've got a Dead Man's Switch and a Crack Shot. Full arts.
Yeah, beautiful cards. So they're the ones. Like I was saying, anyone that's kind of seen people and in the wider community as well, Phil GC, some of the 118 guys, Ben Lee, the Euro champ at the moment, Simeon, any of these people, just go and speak to them and say hello to them. No one has a problem with you approaching people that you've only seen through other formats or media and come in and saying hello. We're just people and we enjoy the interaction.
Yeah,
with
we
people
just
a lot.
we generally just want to meet everyone. So yeah, please come and talk to us. And especially if you've watched any of the stream or ever commented, and come and say, oh yeah, this is me, and you know some of these crazy random names on here that we don't get. You can come and put a name to a face, and yeah, it'd be great.
I wish John was a ninja. Then we wouldn't be able to see so much of his face. Random!
Jesus Christ.
It's bloody Jar Jar. Oh, you did a bigger doo-doo this time.
Do you know, it's the bit when they're walking off on Phantom Menace and Jar Jar like spins on his heels then follows them. I hate that bit. I hate that bit. I watched it the other day and I was like, why did he do that? Yeah.
I
Like, he's
watched,
going the wrong way and his ears flop round.
I
and
watched
it's like-
Phantom Menace the other day and it made me fall asleep because it was bad at the beginning. Quite a lot of it at the beginning, all the Jar Jar bit, and I just nodded off 'cause I couldn't cope.
I really like Theed and Naboo though. I really like it. I like the setting of Naboo and I love the Queen and all the people there.
Naboo was great, but then you got bits like where the Jedi jump down and rescue him, and then you get Jar Jar hanging off a balcony like an idiot. It's
You
like,
just ignore that bit.
you can't because he's in shot. So why have you got a Muppet with elephant ears in shot distracting from two awesome... We've never seen Jedi do stuff.
And you're putting that in instead.
You got that in distracting everyone. Anyways, can't wait to see you, Eva P.
X-Wing Tavern Wars just donated bits.
Thank you to Clive. Thank you to Tavern Wars. Tavern Wars and any of the American viewers. I will be at Worlds this year. Simeon will be at Worlds this year. Phil GC will be at Worlds this year. If any of you guys get to come up to the FFG headquarters, whether you got tickets or not, I don't know. I know it's a huge country, and I know it ain't just like in England. We want to go somewhere we can just get in a car and be there basically in 6 hours wherever we want to be. I know it's different for you guys, but if any of you guys do get the opportunity to come to Worlds and you've been watching our streams and come and meet me, it's like it was the highlight. Worlds was a highlight for me because of how many new friends I made, and I got to meet all you Americans. And I know I lay down and I make all jokes about your ammo and all of that, but I proper love you lot. You're all just people like us. We all have the same loves and hates and all that.
We poke fun at each other all the time.
Oh, but that's cool.
That's what we're about.
We're boys.
Yeah,
that's what you're meant to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa!
20-hour drive.
Yeah, but if you just get a pickup with half a tank of gas and a full pack of fags, you can't say fags. Fags are cigarettes, not anything else. A full pack of cigarettes, half a tank of gas, and a boot full of ammo. You'll get there. Don't worry. Just start driving the day before. And bring your own food, because Minnesota has not got good food.
What is it? Yeah, I hear bad things.
Bad things about the food.
Got a good basketball team.
Go Banana 86. Oh right, it's Stream, because I keep thinking.
Thank you for following.
I keep thinking Streamlabs. Is someone.
Yeah.
Right, and I thought Go Bananas was Go Banana 86. You know, in America, when in their high schools or colleges or whatever, they have their teams where they go like Go Dolphins or Go Beavers, right? All of that. I thought it was Go Banana. So
banana.
So yeah, look, thank you very much for joining us. I've really enjoyed our episode this week. It's been really great to get out of the house and speak to people.
It looks like we've got hyperspace as well.
Oh, and yes, in our
we should be having hyperspace
leaderboard, we have got a overwhelming vote for hyperspace. So 50% more. So
next month's tournament. Well, I'll be going in and editing next month's tournament regs. One of them's going to be hyperspace. So for those of you that have already bought tickets, sorry.
Let's start off the first month as Saturday with hyperspace, and the month after we'll do Sunday with hyperspace.
Love it.
And then we'll open it back up to a poll, and see if they want us to continue with that.
Yeah.
So we give them 2 months of a changed up thing on both the different days. So whoever's got access has got access to both formats.
Yeah.
And then if they've enjoyed the different formats, we can keep going forward.
That sounds fun.
That sounds wicked.
Right.
Patreon. Do you know what? We're going to get to Patreon soon, Ulfric. We're going to change things up. You're going to hear more about what we're doing. Part of that is that Rasta and Ash goes to once a month, and the painting videos are all going to become open to everyone. So there's a lot more content I can give you, and we're changing how everything kind of trickles into the Warlords network to keep the lights on and keep it all going. But I don't need to bang on about that today. We've done enough. You know to subscribe. You know to follow us. You know to like us. Thank you for your cheering. Thank you for your bits. We've got great prizes for the next episode. Tune in tomorrow night for LSD. I can't say that without laughing.
Tuesday night X-Wing, I'll call it, not LSD.
Tune in tomorrow for Tuesday night X-Wing for some great game commentary, some great games. I don't know what's on. I don't know who's playing him from the Dream Team. And then I will see you all at System Open, I do hope. And those that are not going, I'll carry you on my backs. Try and keep you updated. And certainly the next Rasta and Ash, we're going to have so much information. And I hope I'm not telling you the top 32 was 31 quad phantoms or whatever. I hope we've managed to
Hey, hello.
Hi, greetings. Welcome to episode 29 of Rasta and Ash. And on today's show, we will be talking about our monthly tournament and the System Open. So the System Open was won by, as you know, Quad Phantoms, and the top 31 of those were Quad Phantoms.
And the other one was five. And the other one was 5 Y-wings.
Right. honestly, I love talking at you lot for 2 hours. I really do wish there was somewhere where you could all talk back. We've tried multiple Skypes before. It doesn't work.
No,
Thank you for joining
It
us.
don't work.
Thank you, John, for giving up 2 hours and doing our cue board stuff. He's changed it all up now.
You just don't trust us to do it.
Yeah, do you want to say anything? Because I've said everything.
Yeah, I would just that. Please sign up to the Weekend Wallers Facebook page and the Weekend Wallers X-Wing Facebook page. Also, if you need anything hobby related, go type in Weekend Wallers into Google, find our website, and you can buy stuff from us. And not only that, you can contact us, and we will. If we haven't got it on our website, there's a good chance we might have it in store, or we can get hold of it and we will sell it to you because that's what we do.
And if you're struggling to find anything, Ash likes to be messaged at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, relentlessly. Don't do that.
Don't do that. If you message me asking if I've got...
Oh, he's gone all ghetto.
Deltas.
He's gone ghetto.
I ain't got deltas.
Look at the crazy eyes.
I ain't got them.
Oh,
We haven't
crazy
got
Loughborough
deltas.
eyes.
As soon as we've got deltas, I will tell the world that we've got deltas. I might even do a little happy
I'll
dance
show you
video
our
of
short.
me holding deltas.
If
For the
any-
minute we ain't got any.
If anyone knows me, they know that when chips are ordered, I have like 100 points of it. I've got one Delta
I've got
and
no-
one Guardian set. I got no separatists
I
because
haven't
there
got
wasn't anything.
Yeah.
So be patient with your local shops. Please don't rush out and buy it on the internet somewhere in Japan or America or that
No,
you
no,
don't
no. It's
live.
coming. It's coming. It's
Just
coming,
wait.
it's
We're
coming.
getting the stock. Be patient. It's only another week or so, and you'll have stock. So get out there, support your local shops.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you at System Open.
Yes.
One love. Peace.